All right then, welcome everybody to the stream. I hope we're all having a lovely day. We are back, surprisingly, I know, with some more Lotro. I know, probably wouldn't think that'd happen again. I want to go carry on the Morgul stuff today. It's nice having a goal, you know, to focus on. We're not that far away from actually getting everything for the Midsummer, so I don't want to like sort of rush through that and be like, it's done, I have no reason to go back there. So this actually gives us a tangible benefit, because we should be able to get some shards a little bit easier. And moats, I guess. It's also just nice to unlock a lot of stuff, because even though we don't get virtual experience with the weekly deed now, we at least get the virtual experience for actually just getting to that point. So, you know, also slowly increasing our character a little bit. When the loading screen happens. And then we can, I don't know, will we do it with a different character? I mean, I've done it with Reneborn. I need to come through here with Afka at some point, but I'll probably get Afka to 140 first. Just to kind of make it a bit smoother of a experience. And yes, that's otherwise going to be about that. So, I just need to double check how many quests I've got. 38 out of 55. That should be fine. And yeah, this is actually technically these quests are going to be wrong, right? Because this one here, the red sky darkens, I guess technically isn't an incorrect thing, but it's kind of assumes that you know more than you do, right? Or okay, so it doesn't assume you know more than you do necessarily, but it assumes that you have done or have knowledge of certain quests that you don't have to do as part of the epic. Now, true, you don't have to do this as part of the epic, so it's whatever, but at least on this character, on this playthrough, on the original playthrough we did, but we have never actually gone through this area. I don't know if I've even done the Black Book of Mordor, the beginning bit. All of them are gone. All those 2D sprites. Yeah, at this point it's just like a memory anyway, so it doesn't technically like break anything, like story-wise. Save one. The best goblin. Such an awkward throne. Like, why would you go here and then up here? Like, I kind of get it. Viznak. Is it Viznak? I'm pretty sure it's Viznak. Yeah. Did that without even actually saying his name. I actually forgot his name for a minute. Look at him. He's got a bit of a weird mouth. It's almost like circular. He just wants to be the king. There's nothing extra to this. It's just literally just we have to like watch them chat, but that's fine. So I think we're technically halfway through, right? So if I go to Mordor and then Imlad Morgul and I scroll down, we should have Quest of Minas Morgul. Here we are. So we've done Into the Dead City, Circle of Wrath, and Circle of Sorrow. And then we need Madness, Despair, and Death. And we're currently on Madness. Should be. Yeah. I'll also maybe look into these ones. Again, I've never actually done this questline fully before. So be interesting to see if we get all 4 of those done. Maybe. We'll have to see. But I don't want to like run around Minas Morgul trying to go do like one little, you know, quest line. So we'll just hold off. I didn't mean to click out, but we'll hold off until like I know a bit more. I'll probably do the main one because it's inside the city anyway. I think it's on the current layer. Assuming there's only 2 parts of the quest. Again, not actually done it to its completion. He's very nice. You know, I think it, you know, shows up more in Gundabad, right? Where the whole Gundabad has a lot of like, they're not, you know, goblins and orcs are not inherently evil. It's like nature versus nurture in a way, right? Easy. And then we have a lot of like bounty stuff and all this jazz. Let's just pick up literally everything we can. Because, oh, are we on the Morgul tier? Don't know if I like that. Probably my least favorite tier. Even the top one, the only bad thing, or the only really bad thing about the top tier is the sound. But I guess it might be slightly easier now that nothing will actually aggro us. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. But I can't do it with the ambush rangers, but at least with the not even the ballistas either. But there is that one quest where like obviously those enemies will respawn and it will actually count again, which is nice. So even if we can't like fully find something, it is at least still repeatable in a sense. Hopefully we don't really have those issues because again we have maps. We also have tracking skills, which certainly helps us out on this character a lot more than others. So if I need to find a specific enemy, or certainly a specific named enemy, especially if they are, there is an enemy, I think one of the named boss enemies or whatever is easier to find. Well, they're like invisible. No, it's fine. 2 streams in 2 days. What do we do to deserve this? You've been well behaved. Yeah, this week is a weird one because, well, the last like 3 weeks, my rota has been a bit like all over the place anyway. But for some reason this week, the 2 days I like tend to have to work is Tuesdays and Wednesdays because there's stuff that happens on both those days where I'm like not the only one necessarily that knows how to do it, but I'm like probably the quickest person or like the easiest person to do it. So I tend to get those shifts. So I was very weirdly like, it was very weird to find out I wasn't working Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, sorry. Normally Wednesdays are a bit more exciting as well because I was like, well, if I get the day off on Wednesday, I can see what like the patch notes are and stuff. And we can look at new stuff, but there hasn't been patch notes for the last like month or so. It's a bit odd. I do feel bad about only doing like 2 streams a week. I really do want to do more. It's just like finding the right time and also being like not exhausted from work. Because some nights it's very late finishes. Though I think a lot of like I would technically, I guess I'd have to look at my like statistics or whatever, but I think a lot of people that watch the streams are in time zones like different time zones to me. I think a lot of it is like US, which makes sense, I guess. So I guess if I were to stream later, it would actually not be so bad. If I stream at like 1 a.m, it's only like, you know, some places it's like only 7 p.m, for example. Most of the time, my stream time actually originally came from like a poll. I basically went on YouTube. I put up like a community post, basically saying like, "Hey, what's the best time?" And I put in like GMT or whatever it technically was at the time. or BST, I don't know which one. I was like, which one works better for you? And my 6 p.m. starts seem to be the preferred. I guess it kind of makes sense a little bit. Oh, I've got another quest. This one. Gotta get these Morgul stalkers. Basically, just kill everything you see. That tends to be the way I just go about doing quests. I kind of just go tunnel vision in a way. I'm just like, right, just attack everything. If I kill everything in my vision, then eventually the thing I need to kill is going to be dead. So we're all good. I should also give in those task things. I didn't do that last time. I have a little, like, I used to a lot. A little bit less nowadays. But that's not because I don't want to play it. It's because I feel like sometimes I get caught in this trap where I'm like, I sometimes log in, and this is an issue I've been having recently, where I log in and I don't know what to do. Like, I've got quite a lot of characters, if we're even just not including the, like, Bjornings and whatever. I have quite a lot of characters, so I should have a lot to do, but I don't, like, have a concrete, like, I need to go on this character to complete this thing. So I spend, like, 10, 15 minutes being like, right, which character do I want to log into today? And it becomes, like, this bigger thing than it actually is. And then sometimes when I've got, like, a big thing to do, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I should, like, do that when I'm streaming. Maybe I should stream doing that. So I'll put it off until, like, a stream night. Like this. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I don't know. It's nicer to do it on stream, I guess. Which then devolves, not devolves, but then goes into, like, well, I should stream, but hey, maybe I've got, like, maybe it's like 1 a.m. and, like, I'm not going to be as talkative, and it's not going to be as interesting. So it's like this weird, like, thing. So that's why something I've been wanting to do recently is I wanted to go on each of my characters. I recently went through all my characters and, like, redid their inventories a little bit, cleared them up. I clearly filled this one up again, clearly. But yeah, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a like, list of goals, like an immediate goal that I wanted to achieve for each character. And then have it be like a flowchart almost, working backwards. Be like, so, I don't know, for Feyrand, let's say, when we get to level 85, I'm going to be like, my main goal is my armor. Let's say the gold bracelets that we want to get. So in order to get the gold bracelets, I have to obtain the gold rings. I have to obtain the base set ring. I also then have to do, like, some questing to get the tokens. I also have to unlock, like, this obtain this other item, so I can have, like, a list, like a recursive list almost, of being like, right, I need to get this thing, I have to do this thing. To obtain that thing, I have to do this thing, and then I can sort of work as a progression towards it. And I have, like, well, I did that yesterday, so now I can jump onto this kind of situation. Hey, I unlocked a thing. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I did actually mean to do a video today as well. I don't think I was going to release it today. I sort of toyed with the idea of it. I didn't get around to it, unfortunately, because I think I wanted to try and do some stuff in-game with it. But we were talking yesterday about how, at least in my opinion, the security in the game for accounts is quite lackluster. And I just wanted to do a video sort of talking about that. Again, it's not like a new topic, but I think it would be an interesting video to make. Just because I can, I guess. Also, I want to try out, like, something new, editing-wise. I literally wanted to try and make an account, and then I was going to put, like, make an account, load up the Lotro store, which then therefore shows your, you know, username, right? And then be like, how hard would it be for people to, like, get into this account? Like, I wouldn't want people to obviously try too much. I don't want people, like, hacking into accounts, but I'm like, how difficult would it be technically? Like every time I open the Lotro store, you see my username, right? Like, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying there isn't much defense. Like, no 2FA, nothing, like, there's no two-factor authentication, there's no, like, there's nothing that sort of detects that you've logged in from, like, another country, for example. So let's say, I don't know, I'm in the UK, and let's say my account got, like, hacked into in the US, then I'm not going to get like an email being like, hey, you logged in from this new location. Are you sure this is you? Because I said the other day, I remember recently, actually, one of my recent streams, I was actually, my VPN was on and I was like in Switzerland or something. And like, I didn't even realize, which I guess is just a testament to VPNs, I guess, and how less intrusive they are. But, yeah, there's no like, hey, by the way, is this you? You definitely you? It's like, yeah, because I sort of re-noticed it, I guess, more because when I had to like reinstall Windows and stuff, I was like, I reinstalled Windows and like near enough everything I logged into was like, is this you? It's like Discord, for example, I think did it as well. Like, you know, Google does it and all that jazz. It's like, hey, is this this is a new device. Can you just make sure you tell us it's you, please? Thanks. Okay, bye. Swiss soccer sounds pretty cheesy. Just like my jokes. Hey. But yeah, I'd like to think that it's maybe something they're aware of and working on. I do understand that, you know, I think a lot of their sort of efforts recently have gone on the 15-year anniversary, which I think is why I could be wrong, but this is just me like spitballing, I guess. But I assume that's somewhat why we're not really getting any like new mounts and any stuff. Like, you know, I haven't seen any like new mounts or like much new content in the festivals, which normally you get at least like one. But I would guess that's chalked up to quite a lot of effort put into the anniversary event. At least it lets me catch up with mounts I didn't get last time, technically. One slight benefit of that. Oh, someone else is here. Or is it someone else, or is it just... Oh, no, it's the Ithilien Rangers. So, who am I after, then? So, I'm going in this direction down here. Hello. They're all grey names, and therefore they kind of all look like they're just the same enemy. I don't know if that's, like, bad for me to say, but yeah. I don't really recognize an enemy as specifically, like, oh, that's the boss. Soon I'm gonna give up with getting that voice clip and just do it in game. But I'm just gonna have to. I think I can like right click repetitively and just like filter it out, right? But oh, wasn't there a Yeah, I wanted to get it as a sound alert for channel points with a few other ones. Then I just have to go against like harder enemies, and then you'll be like, you actually defeated it? A weakling like you defeated the Wolfmaster? Oakart. There isn't an Oakart one. Does Sarah Oakart have any voice lines? I don't think she does. I mean, I don't think specifically Sarah Oakart has any. Maybe. I guess it's just an excuse to, like, you know, I've just clearly got to go around and redo all that content, you know? Just because. I mean, true. Got my body pillow of Sarah Oakart. Where's this final one? Do I just have are these technically, I don't know what these count as. No, they're ancient evil, so therefore they are shadow. Shadow. The Hedgehog. I am a Zog of culture. Okay, so I am after a Morgul Stalker. If I can find one closer than that. Nope. But it is over this way. I used to get constantly reminded that I actually had this skill, because I'd always in videos be like, oh, I can't find this enemy. Oh, it's really annoying. There's none of this enemy around. And there'll be someone in the comments just be like, oh, well, you know, if only Hunter had a skill that specifically told you what enemies are around you and pointed you in their direction. Would that not be useful? Like, oh yeah, true. I think it is one of those utility skills you don't really think about in comparison. Like, I think when people talk about Hunter, you know, as sort of having utility, a lot of them will obviously mention the travel skills. I think I'm, you know, someone who does that a lot. But then you don't really think about the fact that, like, yeah, you can just, like, track enemies like quite a distance as well. See, as much as I don't like this layer specifically, at least it's somewhat centralized around the door. It's my favorite ranger, Dolenthal. Everybody's favorite. None of these are useful, and I am full on motes, but if I can find something to spend motes on, or figments of splendor, then sure thing, I'll do it. Am I done? Nope. Okay, so I've done the 10 quests I need, but I also have the Halls of Black Law to do. And if I'm lucky, the last instances I've done have netted me 3 Ithilgalad crafting components. And again, whilst that's not necessarily like a big deal, I wouldn't say. Like, I don't really do much with my characters at 130 now. That's kind of a lie. So when I get a character to 130, the plan is to motes gear them at 130. And that sort of gives me a baseline purple, or not even purple, baseline teal gear, which, you know, is quite nice. And then, am I going the right way? Yeah. I I guess I could get the Remachant stuff for moats potentially, but again, I don't think 7,000 versus 1,500. I think it's 1,500 or 2,500. Either way, 7,000 is a lot more expensive than the moats gear, considerably more, and also I don't think the helmet is like worth it either. But I could get the chest plate. Oh, this isn't even like the proper instance. This is like the one where you just like listen. Easy. Sorry, I'm just skipping all the dialogue. Oh, if only Feyrand was here, we'd have Feyron and Feyrand. Be like poetry. 20 whole virtue experience. Nice. How many do I get for doing this one? Only 1,000? Kind of sucks, doesn't it? This is probably the worst one. You've got to do 50 quests. I've done 12 so far. But Wrath Duath is only 5 quests. Sirith Ungol is 20, but again, shouldn't take that long. I'll probably get these 3 done, so I'll definitely get Minas Morgul done today. Then I think that leads on to Wrath Duath, having more quests, and then I'll hopefully jump over to Sirith Ungol. And then, ideally, maybe go have a look at Besieged. Depends on depends on how long it takes us to do these. But once again, it should be a lot quicker now that we can just like run past enemies compared to doing it on level, even at 130. Why can't I just shoot them now? You know? Let me just... Heartseeker? You have a heart, right? If I shoot you in the heart, it doesn't matter how much morale you have. You should just, like, die. Right? I guess I should keep the armor and just, like, deconstruct it later. And then I will keep crafting materials because I'm just that fun. In fact, let's do that. And keep those as well. 10 whole gold and a bit of a cleaner inventory. We good. That's interesting. So they made a point of giving Lyrith a voice, but not Dol Guzigir. His name was Dol Guldur for a minute. But then again, they're not giving this like audio. I'm not even unclicked. Like, very odd. It is kind of interesting, this guy. He's kind of just like knowledge for knowledge, right? He's like, give me knowledge and I'll give you what you seek. But I just want to increase my compendium. What if I just like escape, get out of here? I was literally about to say, what if we actually get caught? Because a lot of the time they like do not be seen, but they don't actually sort of have a you got caught kind of thing. Do we actually just escape? Do we just get out of here? Does that fix it? Or am I like breaking the instance? I'm so confused. You safely made it outside. Right, okay. We've completed the instance. Are we still in the instance? We're still in the instance. So I have to, like... Huh? Okay, cool. I was really confused. Companion, we playing Warhammer. I can't justify the price of Warhammer. Doesn't work. I did notice, though, that the pre-order, I think it's pre-order or whatever, for that one Warhammer game on my wish list is up now. The Dark Tide? Yeah, Warhammer 40k Dark Tide. Which, as far as I'm aware, is like Vermintide, but 40k. So, don't necessarily know if I'm going to pre-order, but I might buy it. Am I going to die from this? Yeah. They have some weird death planes in Morgul. I don't quite understand. Sure, if I die from, like, falling to my death, sure, but if I can comfortably, if I can, like, comfortably sort of jump down rooftop to rooftop like Ezio, then I should be fine. I think it's this one. The thing with me as well, I never really cared about playing Warhammer, right? I just cared more about the painting, right? I was never into, like, the actual game, but I just wanted them to look pretty. Which I think also helped, because then I wasn't really... like, for me, it was just what looked cooler. And also, if I got something bigger, it did cost more, obviously. But then there's a situation where it would take me so long to paint that I could sort of justify a little bit the price more later on. Does that make sense? Do I have to go all the way back? Alright, cool. Yeah, let's say I bought something that was, like, more expensive, but it would be, hopefully, bigger, and then it would take me longer to paint, and then sort of... I didn't have, like, a certain price that I put per month, let's say, but let's say it was, like, £60, and it took me 2 months, and my average was, like, £30-40 a month, just mentally to put into it, and that sort of... You know, I can buy a big thing next. Don't know if that makes sense. Maybe. I think it's also like having space for it. A lot of the time. Come in, come in. Paint, yeah, paints his money, and then also like they can dry up as well. Then you have paints, and then you have highlights, and then you have washes, and then you have like all that. I wonder if there are people that genuinely just like buy the models, put them together, but unpainted. Right? And just be like, they are, because they're like worth points or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But they'd be like, right, this is army, this army is here. They're just grey. I always find it interesting that, like, people would basically just pay for their models to be painted. Like, I knew people that would just send away their models to people to get them painted and then just pay for it. Which I kind of get. Like, if you're not good at painting, but someone else is, like, really good at painting, then, you know, it's like art. Yeah. Did I break the game? Did I break it? Okay, cool. I was like, did I just kill them far too quickly? And the game's just like, nah, not allowed. My problem is, I remember specifically, I was either a Land Raider or a Rhino, so just like a Space Marine thing. And I lost one of the parts because with those sort of builds, I would always like paint it first, then build it. And I lost one of the parts, and I was like, well, okay, that's like 30 quid down the drain. Because I was like, I can't fully put it together now. I don't know, maybe one day I'll get into it just more for the painting aspect of it. Again, like artistically. I was interested, I think I've said this before on stream. I think it might have been you that told me actually about the like Bjornings that got added. Right? I was thinking about getting like Lord of the Rings ones because that could be kind of interesting. Like I was thinking about the idea of having Uruk, right? Just need Uruks for everything. I do need more plans for the emotes because okay, so Uruk Moo, which Ghost wants for whatever reason, I could do, but obviously it's like better value if you buy like 3, for example, together, so you get like more money off, even though you're overall spending more, but you get a better value. So I'm like, well, I should just buy more then, and then we good. So yeah, I was like thinking about the idea of if I were to ever do like a face cam thing, it was either gonna be like green screen sort of thing, right? Or I wanted to have like something in the background, and I think even though they would be quite small, having like some painted Lord of the Rings figures would be like interesting to have. VTuber me. I had thought about it at one point, you know? I was like, that technically is possible. Like, just get Fairand as a model. We all good, rig it up. Obviously it costs a lot, but... then I don't have to look in any way presentable on a normal day. As long as the camera can track me, then I'm technically all fine, right? No, it's spoilers. You're not allowed to see. Nobody's allowed to see that face. Or that voice. Don't work out what that voice is. I'm speaking over it so you don't know who it is. Definitely spoilers. And shush. Shush. Shush, Dolenthal. Whatever your name is. I don't really think it's... I think this technically it is spoilers, but I have also mentioned it before and done this before, so I don't think it's fully spoilers. But I don't want to be like that guy, you know? It's a bit... I accidentally somewhat spoil episode 6 of Kenobi to Ghost today. Not like in a fully way. I was just like, I slightly spoiled it and I was sad. I was sad, but I was like, oh, I didn't realize. The Despoiler. Why do I feel like there's a title similar to that in the game? Or something with the Despoiler. I mean, this should be relatively easy, right? I get really lazy sometimes, and I just start using quick shot over and over again. It's a problem. Why do I do this to myself? It is actually also interesting, like, so there's like the visions of the past thing here, but it's also quite funny because it, like, I think all the enemies here technically I won't have actually killed. At least some of them you aren't required to do for the epic, so I haven't actually killed them. It depends. I think there's like a rotation of which ones it shows, so some of them I might have done them. It wasn't like a big spoiler though. It was I think a little spoiler. I just sent him a photo of the first thing I thought of when I saw a scene. I never addressed myself as hero. I am the champion of Eriador. That's what I am. Still one of my favorite titles. I'm never dying on here, or undying. And then I think Feyran's Rogmal's Bane. It's not quite Rogball, but you know, close enough. Isn't this guy like just like possessing this body? Isn't that a thing it shows at the end where he's like, no, this I have to find another vessel. So maybe I feel less bad about killing him. I mean, let's be honest, I don't think our characters feel bad about killing any of these guys, right? Let's be honest. Did I? Oh, I did. Yes, that is recently happened. Oh, wait, no, this is Fangorn, right? This wasn't Mirkwood, then. As long as I don't have to face, like, the ice giant thing, I think I'm happy. Name dropped, not quite name dropping, Shelob then. New vessel. Yeah. Gotta find a new ship. A 16th hall. I mean, we see a lot of these guys around, don't we? I think they look cool. I don't know why I put a trap down on. Gotta get an elven ship. I'm taking him to the Undying Land, except I'm going in the opposite direction, so it's just the Dying Land. Wasn't this the guy in yeah, this is the guy in Angmar, right? Yeah, this is the guy I don't like, because he was really annoying to get past in Angmar. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but can I get out of my daze here? I'm too lazy to use this. Why be lazy like this, you know? Why just cease? Okay, now I'll use Cry the Hunter. Why not? At least his dialogue's right. Sometimes it messes up. Yeah, Mordorith. Let's go fight Mordorith. Oh, wait, I've already done it. Can I take you from here? No. I love him. Well, okay, I say I love him. I more love his outfit. I think red and blue, I guess this is kind of a blue, is a really good... Red, blue, and gold very much fit together. And I kind of wish I could have an outfit similar to this. Also, I like his, like, thing. This thing. I still don't know what it's called, but... Is that the same voice actor as Gandalf? Maybe? So I got 7 sigils of Imlad Ithil, a well-preserved relic of Minas Ithil. Again, nothing really amazing for us, but for other characters, it can start building us into a few other things. Do I have to do it again? I want to do it again. You? No, I don't. This is the guy I said I don't want to fight, the ice giant. It's just annoying because the mechanic. Like, it's not a hard fight. He has more morale, sure, but he's like, I've got to pick up the horn. I gotta pick up the horn. Alright, and then I gotta like use this and be like, whoa! I think it's possible just to out damage him, but especially if I'm at this like, much morale, but on level he's a bit of a pain. Chest of fallen foes. A bit smaller of a chest. A little bit sad. I don't really tend to like clubs. I think I'm very picky with my sort of, especially cosmetic wise, but I think I'm just very picky with all my weapons. Even if it's better to, let's say, use an axe, I will still use a sword 99% of the time. Only one I didn't do that for, I think, was Bjorning, which was a two-handed axe. Because I don't think it can use a two-handed sword. Something like that. Let me just do that. Yeah. Why do you think that matters? Come on. Please? Oh, I do actually have to, like, physically get close to him. I hate sometimes when it does that. So if I'm a ranged character, I don't want to be, like, right up in your face. Sorry. Yeah. Hey, I told you he was in, like, just a random body. You actually get 3 chests out of this. That's actually quite nice. And I did get a Ithil Galai crafting component, apparently. What? Yeah, okay, I must have just not paid attention for the second one. Either way, nice. I do respect his sort of, I don't think it really matters to us. I respect his, like, you have given me knowledge, therefore you can take knowledge. Right? In a way. It's like equivalent exchange. It's not always equal, though. Because I feel like we maybe give him more information sometimes. And it doesn't mean he necessarily loses his information. He's always gaining information. Okay. Let's go on to the next tier. I don't think I have done this one yet. I could be wrong, though. We'll find out. Because the last ones I had done, and therefore I can, like, switch travel to them. Yeah. Gotta lose my, an arm and a leg, right? That's how that works. So apparently I have just done this one. I think I have actually done all of them, which makes life a little bit easier. I didn't even get anything particularly good out of those traceries. It was so sad. I guess when we do get to the end of this, I will have a look. Hey, it's Faramir. Yeah, I will have a look, I guess, at like any of the ones I get for whatever it's called, Africa. Actually reminds me, we were supposed to go through at one point. I think we talked about, because we had mentioned like going, I've gone through like a list of, you know, the top 100 games and I think movies on IMDb at one point. I was like, I think we joked or even just said about doing the top like 100 anime to see like if I'd actually seen it, because I think I probably have a better chance of seeing those than I would have like some movies are in like the top 100. Just because I also think that a lot of them are probably more recent as well. So that certainly helps. I'm going to send Ghost a picture and I'm just going to see how long it takes him to like show up, because he like loves this place. Steins Gate is good. I haven't watched Steins Gate 0. I sort of know the premise. But I haven't like actually watched it. Okay, I'm not gonna do that because my phone's not working properly. At least these guys aren't that difficult to kill. I think it was a situation where I like glanced at it yesterday and I was like, well, okay, within like the top 30, I'd probably like at least know like 25 of them. I've like probably watched half of them at least somewhat before, like a little bit, and I've definitely at least heard of like 25% of them. We have a new producer's letter. We're gonna have a look. Let's have a look at the new producer's letter in a second, because we haven't had anything for a while, right? Is this just released? Yeah, okay. Should we have a look? Okay, a letter from producer Reninia, June 2022. Megavanen, okay. So what do we got? If you like a refresher, here's the letter from March. No, I think we're all good. Okay, so from July to September, 33.1 expected to arrive in late July. Comes with the new further adventures, this time following Eladan and Elahir. More missions. Nice. Assuming they go with the same sort of amount, that's another 10, right? Probably within Rivendell, which means that Rivendell's probably going to be like the quickest area to get 15 missions done. But also, on top of that, there's going to be like, isn't it like 48 missions currently available per day? It's going to be like 58 or like 60. It's going to be crazy. Soon after Frodo's rescue, the Fords of Brunnen, the scouts of Rivendell venture forth, seeking news on the enemy and his servants. Lord Elrond has given his sons Elladan and Elahir a secret errand. Join the twins on their journey from Rivendell to the distant land of Lothlorien. Around the same time, we'll also see the return of the Treasure Buggen event. Folks who experienced it last year may be familiar, but for those who are new, will hopefully have a delightful time trying to catch the rascal and claim its treasure. We've made some smaller improvements to the event and updated a lot of loot to earn, as we expect to see. We are excited to see players' feedback. That's good, because I wasn't actually that interested in it. I think I would be this time for Faerand for the like extra. I want more pets. Obviously, we talked about that recently. I want to try and collect more, but yeah, there wasn't really too much. I think there's like 2 pets and like I think a cosmetic, and that's like it. Maybe there was more, but I think that's what you can barter for. But maybe there's more for actually like collecting it. August is the return of the Farmers Fair. We'll have some smaller changes made to it, as well as some new rewards for players to achieve. And later in mid-August, we'll begin Season 3 of the Legendary Item Reward Track. So hopefully, new rewards is new mounts, because we've been a little bit lacking recently, haven't we? And Season 3 of the Reward Track, we'll see how that goes. First was just legendary stuff. Second has like emotes and cosmetics and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what mix there is for Season 3. Interesting to have a look at. Around this time, we'll be bidding farewell to our first legendary world of Anor, encouraging players to say their goodbyes, remembering their journeys and friendships they made, and preparing to move to a live world with their memories. We'll be offering free transfers from Anor onto any live worlds. So that's interesting. It's a question I've asked quite a lot, actually, is like, what are they going to do with Anor when it reaches? Are they just going to make it a live server, or are they going to force people to transfer? I would have thought they would maybe just keep the server and just open it up to everybody, maybe. And then you sort of have these veterans who have these like extra stuff, like titles. Because I remember before like the world consolidation, you'd get like titles saying like from Arkenstone or from Crick Hollow or whatever, or like whatever the previous servers were. So I wonder if they'll do anything like that where you get like something special for being from Anor. But that means mid-August, I need to, I've got 2 months to try and get to max on the legendary servers, I guess. That'll be fun. I need those frames. Maybe we'll have a lot of legendary content coming soon. Also, one more exciting surprise for the summer. We'll keep that close to the vest for now. Keep an eye out for the next few months. New legendary server? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. I have no clue. Made some huge changes to Lord of the Rings Online this year, starting in February, the Rangers of Ruins, which brought Premium Wallet, Gold Currency, and Virtue Race and Close. Yeah, cool. April for the 15th anniversary, made a lot more Thing 3, the Bjorning Warden, Runekeeper, High Elf, all content released from the game's release in 2007 and up to including Helm's Deep. While the changes we're planning next aren't quite so momentous, we think they'll excite players nonetheless. Starting with 33.2, which is planned for September, we'll expand some classes. We'll expand which classes are available to more races. Dwarfs and Stalags will now be able to become captains and wardens. Interesting. Elves and high elves can become burglars. I have wanted a high elf burglar for so long. Unfortunately, I already have a max burglar, so I probably won't switch, but I have wanted a high elf burglar for the longest time. Happy to see that happen. Maybe I'll make a burglar on Anor, except Anor will be shut by then, so doesn't actually matter. And then hobbits can become lawmasters and champions, and humans can become runekeepers. So I think that basically just unlocks everything for everything, except Bjorning being Bjorning, right? I think that's just basically unlocking everything, which is nice. I haven't really personally had any like, oh, I want to be a Stalax Warden before, but I've definitely felt the want to be a high elf burglar. Always thought it was above them, you know, being a burglar as a high elf. Ugh. Yeah. That's actually really cool though. I quite like that. The legendary world of Shadowfax will continue its quick progression, this time to Far Anorian and the Wastes, with the level cap increased to 105 on August 31st. Anor will be closing down its excellent run on August 31st, so please prepare to transfer your characters before the end of the year. So I guess they've got like a 6-month thing. As always, we'll continue ongoing work to improve game performance, refining each class's experience, fix bugs, and refine the legendary item system. All these improvements will arrive with almost every patch. I mean, it's pretty standard. I don't think there's too much to unpack there. Like, so if you were to break that down, right? So, more missions. Nice. An event we already knew was coming anyway. Another event we already knew was coming. Season 3 of the Reward Track, which we also knew was coming. And it does clear up what was happening with Anor. I don't know if we knew that beforehand, but at least it's good to know. And it also is nice that they're at least giving free transfers rather than having to be like, hey, you've got to pay on top of giving us VIP. But yeah, no, I really like this as well. It's a really small thing, but I think it means a lot actually to maybe some people. Like sometimes you just want to be a Hobbit Lawmaster. Maybe I'll re-roll my my Lawmaster and we can be a Hobbit Lawmaster. Is that going to be a yes? Probably. probably. Just to make me suffer. But yeah, I didn't even realize dwarves can't be captains, but still. But yeah, all good things around. Yeah. Happy to see. Is he dead yet? No, he's good. I think at some point, though, we will have to do a 24-hour stream. On, like, Anor. And just, like, get through it. Because it probably won't be with, like, Afka, my newer character. I think it'll have to be a character that I don't already have one of on this server, right? So I could take Ennis for Eel, technically, right? And bring him on here. But then it's like... I already have an Ennis. Well, there is already an Ennis for Eel in this world. I feel like I'd have to have a name that isn't currently in use. By me, at least. I don't want to have, like, a duplicate. Unfortunately, I can't have Nightmare, because I have Nightmare -1, and I just don't like the -1 system, personally. I definitely think I will end up doing a 24-hour stream sometime in July. I have a week off in July, on my birthday week. So, that's maybe an idea. As long as we get it done before August. I can also just play in my free time, I guess. Whatever that is. That reminds me, I have to look up this, like, idea of, twin... Oh, there is a thing. So I was thinking about the idea of doing, like, so you can get with channel points, you can do, like, community challenges, basically. And the idea is that you can put channel points towards a goal. And yeah, you can put channel points towards a goal, and then the idea would be that you, like, just we have, like, a 24-hour stream as a goal or something. Producer's letter. Well, so I think it was a lot of stuff we already knew, like, festival-wise, like the Treasure Buggen event, the Farmer's Fair. Like, at least as someone that keeps up with the calendar of events, I knew that was happening. I am quite interested in going back to it. We finally, because I've been thinking about this for a while. I do think, well, okay, so more further adventures. That's nice. It's probably going to be in Rivendell's, like, the best place for missions, because if it's, like, it seemingly says in Rivendell, from Rivendell to the distant lands of Lothlorien, that's going to be, like, potential, like, 20 missions in an area that's, like, very concentrated and probably quite easy. So, you know, it takes, like, half an hour to do, to, like, quickly get through the Bilbo missions. So, getting 5 done in half an hour. You can easily get 15 done in an hour. That's nice. Also just more variety of missions. I'm good. I will be interested to see if they actually put 140 gear as rewards, or if they'll have a different token, or if they'll keep it further adventures tokens, or because they say specifically further adventures, so I don't actually know if that's going to be further adventures tokens, if they're going to upgrade the gear on missions to actually be 140, because it's currently 130 cap. The Treasure Buggen event I want to have a look into, because I think it was a bit buggy last time, or the first time, so hopefully that's ironed out, and, like, I want to get more pets on Faerand, so I guess it's an excuse to go do it. Especially, I think since the last Treasure Buggen event, which I assume was just last year, at the same time-ish, the instance cap went up, which should technically also help with that, because now it's 15 instead of 10, so you have more, you can get through more instances in an hour, so you can try and get it in more often in the hour, right? Main one, though, I think is just final confirmation on Anor of being, like, shutting down, right? I was trying to work out if they were going to shut it down or if they were just going to make it into a live world and just have it be like, because I think it would be nice making it into a live world and just being like, if you, for example, went from being VIP playing on there and then you stopped playing VIP, you then had access to these characters you put a lot of work into, presumably. Though I think you should be able to transfer even if you're not VIP, I assume. So there's at least that, and you could just transfer to live servers for free, which I think currently you still have to pay for. I definitely want to get a character to 130, at least now, before that happens. So again, I want to do like I'll probably do a bit of a binge on legendary content. But I'll be interested to see if they're going to 140 first and then shutting down, or if they're shutting down like at one point. Right? If that makes sense. Like, is there going to be any point on annual where the cap is 140, or are they just shutting it down in August and that's it? Right? I think the way it's worded is they're just going to shut it down before it gets to 140, and then 140 is just going to be the live server bit of it, which means there's going to be no like frame or title or anything for getting to 140 on the legendary service, I would presume. But yeah, I definitely want to get stuff up to 140. But yeah. Or 130, sorry. I want to get a character up to 130 just to get those frames and stuff. But yeah, I guess, yeah, it is nice because then if you know, I think in your case, you've gone from Annual to, I think you're on Evernight, right? So that allows you to at least, you know, bring all your stuff to the current server you're actively playing on. I am interested to see what this, like, one more exciting surprise for the summer is. I don't know if my first thought is just, like, legendary server again, maybe. Maybe they're gonna get that legendary server that people have been doing, and I'm about to die. No, I'm not. You know, maybe they're gonna get this like Shadows of Angmar legendary server, make that official. That'll be their super secret surprise. I don't actually think that's gonna happen. It would be interesting, but I don't think it would. Like a true classic server. I mean, an EU server certainly would be nice. Like, just something that's actually, like, dedicated. There are a few things I want, like, out of server-wise. Something I would really want... Because, okay, this is going to be a really interesting thing. So, you know how you can't transfer from a US to an EU server? Right? Can you transfer from Anor to an EU server? I think from what I've heard, it's fine transferring from like a legendary server to any server, right? But it's just like, okay, so if I can transfer from Anor to Evernight, why can't I transfer from Arkenstone to Evernight? I mean, it's not... I think maybe that's something they might be, like, almost bargaining on in a sense. Like, I wonder how many people will be, like, getting some last-minute VIP. The thing is, right, I don't know what character to play to get my frame. Because at this point, I have one of each character already. Or one of each class, sorry. It's not like I can go for the joke I was saying about, you know, I'm going to definitely go Hobbit Lawmaster now. If they're changing up all the classes. Because that's coming after the server's shut down. So I can't even do that. I don't feel like I need another Hunter. I definitely don't need another Runekeeper. Like... Maybe if I were to go for a character that I haven't got up, like maybe my Bjorning, I could go for another Bjorning. My Guardian, potentially. Or I could just make another Hunter, and then, yeah, it's just quicker, and I know the class better. And overall, it should just be a bit quicker. Like, run speed, tracking, travel skills. I already have a level 50, I think, in there as well. Because I definitely don't want to, like, it almost makes me not want to play my, play Afka, because I made Afka, right, the mini, but Afka is my mini on here as well. So, yeah. I don't know how if I'd be able to like power level on the legendary server, but I definitely was thinking about doing a 24-hour stream on the legendary server. Especially since they made like walk pens worse now, right? Didn't they severely nerf walk pens in a recent patch, or a patch a while back now? That's why people run sword halls, I think. I've never really understood how sword halls works as a XP farm. Maybe I'm just dumb. But I'm pretty sure they like really nerfed it. There was something about it being like, I think the way they worded it is now rewards XP more relative to the time of completion, or something along those lines is the way they worded it. I guess in a way to make it not sound like they just went, yeah, we nerfed it. But yeah. I mean, technically for the frames, right, you can still just go and go on like Treebeard or Shadowfax, right? So it's not like the frames are going to be never obtainable again. And technically going on those servers allows you to get the titles as well, so you do get that benefit. I still think I prefer Anor over the other two legendary servers, I will say that much. I don't really like care that much about Shadowfax and Treebeard. Like, the titles are nice, but I think the frames show off more, right? The frames are like something that if someone clicks on me, it like, you know, I see it a lot. I don't see my own title, right? And I think the frame is a lot more expressive of like, someone can see my frame and be like, oh wow, what's that? You know, how did they get that? Whereas the title, it's like, oh, they see it in passing. It's like, oh. I mean, yeah, also the cloaks. I guess that's actually a really good point. So there is certain cloaks. Obviously, you get the cloaks like Nameless, Vengeance, or whatever, Redemption, whatever it's called. But there are certain ones that you can only get on the Legendary server, and it's like the hooded versions. So part of me wants to try and maybe get those, but I don't know if that's possible in this like shorter time, or if it's even still possible. I know some of them you have to get, like, there's a title, for example, that you can get. It's a, what was it? Oh, there's a title, and you can only get it on the Legendary server. So what I want to do is... I was thinking, if it's like an item, yeah, there is, there's ones for like completions of stuff, and you get them for everybody, but there is one, at least, that I know, that is only obtainable on the character on the Legendary server. And you can't, like, it's not account bound. It's only for one character. I have to find out what it's called, though. So, this is one. It's not, like, a server. Sorry, a thing, but this here is only used on one character, and is only obtainable on the Legendary servers. So, if I were to get 10 of these coins and just keep the item in, like, my vault, right? Could I technically obtain this item on, like, Faerand? Because it's bound to account. That's my thought. Because there's a couple here, right? Unique Legendary server content. So there's the cloaks, which is the hooded cloak of Narmalus Redemption, the hooded cloak of Angmar, and the Legends of Angmar. There's also the universal title right Rambling Rover, which I think seems to be on every character in your account. So I'd still like to also try and get that one. Title right Legend of Angmar. This is consumed automatically, so I can't get this one. It's not bound to account, so that is an unfortunate thing. I wonder if these are otherwise obtainable. This one, for example, as well. Used on one character, making the frame only available to the character that consumed it. So there's a couple things like that. I do wonder if I just got a character to 130, would I be able to, like, just like trade those over? Or would they make it so that you can get these somehow in current live servers? That's like the thing I'd be wondering. At least those two, the frames. I think the frames, again, are more interesting, in my opinion, than the titles. I definitely want to look into getting these tokens. So it looks like you can do this quest, which you have to complete, like, a load of stuff. But I would like to assume that I am able to... You have to complete 10 of the possible 19 quests and instances to aid those in Angmar, right? So if I were to do that and get to 130, I should be able to get, like, through Khandum and Battle for Orkhair and all these, right? I should be able to do most of these if I'm at, like, 130. I would like to think. And same for these, like, 10 legendary tokens of Moria. Sure, if I can only get, like, I get 5 a week, let's say. That's only, like, 2 weeks to get that. And, like, 2 weeks to get that. And then do, like, Fillical, Vilemore, Darnagaman, Dark Delvings. Like, all these, I do these on a regular basis. These certainly aren't difficult to do. Assuming you don't have to do them at level cap, but... It's a thought. Oh, hi, guys. Yeah, I think the frames as well, because, again, you see them a bit more often. Like, I have said before that, in my opinion, the most important cosmetic item for your character is your cloak. Because it's the one item you're going to see constantly. I don't know if that, like, quite makes sense fully. But, like, since you are constantly at this angle, I think it's the most important cosmetic item, in my opinion. But also, I'm going to be seeing my frame all the time. I don't always see my pet, because even though I have pets, I tend to forget to automatically open them. Like, there isn't an automatic open pet button, so I tend to forget. But if there's only 2 that are, like, big issues, then if I can do that in, like, 2 weeks, not too bad. That's, like, I've got, like, 2 months. Just going to buy a Valar on my alt account and help Power level me. I don't know why I did that. I was, like, really wanted to do that for some reason. In fact, that actually might not be the worst idea, is... but I'm pretty sure if you Valar, you don't get the titles. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. I think I've heard that before. I could be wrong. Could that be a video? It'd be a dumb video or an expensive video. But if I did a video where it was, like, talking about the legendary server shutdown, and, like, if you want to get the titles, will a Valar give them to you? Or not? If I would do it on my alt account, then I can still obtain them manually through here. And I won't be that fast if I get them or don't on my alt. Where was this one? Do I want to find this? Huh, interesting. Is that just, like, on portrait frames? Oh, that's a really nice one as well, actually. I really like some of these, to be honest. Like, some of these are, like, some of my favorite looking ones. So I tend to find the anniversary ones a bit bland, but I kind of get why. The monster play ones also, like, are maybe a bit more metal, but also it's, like, pretty bland, let's be honest. VIP's meh, in my opinion. Currently have this on Fairend. This is my favorite festival frame. But, like, I think all of these are really, really nice. I like this one, the Veils of Anduin one, a lot. Minas Morgul is nice. Blood of Azog I use quite a lot, but it has that weird 1 pixel issue. I really like the Geode Hunter one. Yeah, I really like the Daggerlad one as well. It'd be nice to, if that ever shows up. I also really like the Black Gate one, which is weird because there's also the like Mordor one, this one for the 10 years. And then you also have the Black Gate one, and this is just like this one, but better, in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of the Heart in the Mountain one. I thought it used to look nice, but I'm not so sold on it anymore. The holes, the circle on it's also really like small. I don't know why. It kind of bothers me. One of my least favorite is probably the Blaze of Hope one, honestly. Something about it is just a bit bland. I understand what it is and why it's like that, but for some reason there's just something about it I don't like. But yeah, I want to get the Angmar Rambler, which isn't a huge thing, but I do like the Moria Rambler one. I really like the Minas Morgul one and the Black Gate one. I think Beacon of Gondor is a nice one as well. Can't get these anymore, and I don't think they're planning on doing any more like Tournament of Twins stuff. I unfortunately wasn't really playing the game at the time that released. I was very much not playing anything whatsoever at that time, so didn't quite work out. I think it'd be cool to find a load of unused like assets for the game, and just that could be, I think, a really interesting thing. I don't really know. Like so basically, I didn't play it, obviously, as I said, and then I came back, I think like maybe a month after it left, or after it finished, and I just heard nobody talking about it. Like, yeah, that might be a good idea. Isn't there a Wilhelm scream in Lord of the Rings? Isn't that a thing? At like Helm's Deep, I think? Or am I like misremembering that? So it's fitting, it's canon. Yeah, I was planning on doing the like Lotro security video I was talking about today, but I just didn't do it, quite honestly. I'm pretty sure. I might look it up. Lord of the Rings, Wilhelm scream. Okay, apparently there is a Wilhelm scream in The Two Towers, twice in The Return of the King, once in An Unexpected Journey, and once in Desolation of Smaug. And I still, to this day, have not watched Battle of Three Armies. Is it 3 armies or 5 armies? I actually don't know. That's how little I've actually watched it. Is it 5 armies or 3 armies? I actually don't know. Is that bad that I don't know that? 5 armies. It is 5 armies. I was right the first time. It's one of those films where, like, much like Avatar, right? Where every time I've seen it on, it's been like halfway through. So I've seen like the final fight or whatever, but it's always been like halfway through. So I've never like watched it, you know, from start to finish kind of thing. I need to find these quests. I didn't pick up any quests. All right. It's a little bit easier when you're on level because you can actually see what quests are happening around. Okay. So first off, I want to go back down to... am I in Barad Athir? Arthur? Whatever. Where's Dolenthal? No, Canoth. Where's Canoth? I cannot find Canoth. Haha, I'm so funny. Oh, east. So I've actually physically got to go outside. Okay. So I find Dolenthal outside. Yeah, cool. Whatever. Cool. Let's go out then. I wonder how many high elf burglars we're going to see around. You know? I wish I hadn't actually maxed out my burglar, because it would actually get me to make a new burglar if that was the case. Because I think when I made my burglar, I've said for a while now, I was like, I don't like... I was like, in my ideal world, I would have high elf everything, and it would just make sense. Except Hunter, which, you know, again, elf makes sense and it's close enough. So yeah. But I've now got a Stout X1, so maybe? Yeah. Too busy sneaking around. But I'm a hunter, I have higher perception. So it's fine. I'm very glad that I got rid of the audio, like, beforehand, because it's pretty horrible sounds from these guys. So it looks like there's all been, like, liberated here, so I can't even do much everywhere else. That's kind of sad. Alright. So is it bad that, like... So they have this similar thing in Evendim, where sometimes I will just not help them because I want the enemy to be there so I can kill the enemy. I know technically you get, like, a benefit, right, on this one. So you earn a 25% bonus to all your reputation if you have control over Minas Morgul. But if I want to do my quests... If I'm, like, max rep, which I know I'm not, but, like, eventually it won't take us long. We'll get to max rep. And at that point, like, don't I just want to have, like, you know, my weekly quests? Am I going to die from doing this? I don't know. Maybe. Nah, we good. I just thought of something really fun, though. I can be a burglar as a high elf, though, and that means I can just jump off stuff. I can already do this with my normal burglar, but I can jump off stuff as a high elf, and I won't break my legs. That's good. A terrible shriek from above. He did. Still one of my, like, favorite things to do with burglar is just jump off stuff and everything's fine, because, you know. No more drinking games for you if I don't actually die. Wait, what? What am I? What's this blue quest? Gone missing. Do I have to actually go in here as the instance? Is that I mean, that's fine. I'll play Shadow Roost because it's a pretty easy instance, especially running at 19 levels below, but I actually have to come in here to do it. Easy. The Shadow Roost. 24-hour drinking game for 24-hour stream. Just like, I'll die. I don't know what the, like, the rules are on Twitch when it comes to, like, drinks, for example, like that. I know you can, like, drink on the stream, right? But I remember there being a thing. You can't, like, not that I would be planning this anyway, but so, for example, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to have, like, viewer incentives to drink or something like that. You can't be like, you know, sub and I'll you know, take a shot, stuff like that. As far as I'm aware. But I wonder what it would be like, you know, take a sip every time you fall off something. Where that, like, fits in with that. I would actually probably be dead at the end of that, not gonna lie, considering how much I jump off stuff in this game. It's just more efficient sometimes, you know? It's just how it works.
Faith alone will not stop the enemy.
Wait, what? Oh, they do that stupid thing where they don't actually aggro you until later. Alright. I see you.
The eggs have begun to hatch. Quickly, toss the egg into the cavern below.
Toss me eggs off the cliff. Is that another clip we have to have? Like an audio clip of just a dwarf wanting to be thrown.
The eggs have begun to hatch. Quickly, toss the egg into the cavern below.
I love just throwing it through the ground. It's just amusing for some reason.
The eggs have begun to hatch. Quickly, toss the egg into the cavern below.
When you think about it, when you actually stop and think about it, this is incredibly cruel. You know? Like, we're going around killing hatchlings first off. Like, that's probably bad enough as is. But we're also just throwing eggs off the side of a cliff as they're hatching. Like, are we the bad guys? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if it's like, oh, if other people are doing it, but I don't know if it's like, I think it's the like incentive part of it. It's like, if you sub to me, I'll take a shot. I think that's where it's like, nah, you can't. Bad. I mean, what's that thing people say where it's like the best villain are the good guys of their own story or something like that? So wait, did I like did I complete the quests? I'm so confused on this layer. It'd be really interesting from like I could see that being like an animated video for some reason. Like in my brain I see it as like almost in the style of like how it should have ended kind of thing. I mean, there's that as well, but I'm pretty sure there's something about like, you know, a good villain is the hero of their own stories kind of thing. It's like a good villain thinks they're doing the right thing from their perspective, right? Because then it makes you sort of question it, be like, wait. Oh, so it's one of those things where it like, is it one of those things where sometimes I see posts sometimes, and a lot of them are jokes, obviously, but it's like talking about a character or like, you know, a character, but not in the context of their own story, right? And then it's like, the person I just described is Sauron, you know? It's like, tried to band together multiple, you know, groups to stop an invasion of their land. Or something like that. The Last Ring Bearer. I wonder if there's like a parallel novel is a genre. That's actually really interesting. Oh yeah, we'll have a look on. Yeah, sure. I didn't realize I still had like thingy on, but yeah, parallel novel is an in-universe, often non-canonical piece of literature written within, derived from, or taking place during the framework of another work of fictions by the same or another author. That's really like a kind of an interesting like genre that I wonder what other stories there are. Because you would be able to, like, if you were to look at it, you would be able to be like, oh, well, that's based on Lord of the Rings, or like this is based on, like, I don't know, Star Wars, let's say. And you can kind of have like already that pre-knowledge of what it's going to be kind of about. So you know whether or not you'll like it, in a sense, because you know if you'll like the main story or not. Okay, this is here. Cool. I want to try and get down to this bit, because I don't know if there's a third piece to this quest. And I'm really interested. Let's see if we get anything good in our chest. What did we get last time? I think we were at 2 shards. Do I still have the shards? Did I sell the shards? Did I put them in my shared storage? Did I sell the shards by accident? No, they were in I can't have. They were locked. I had 2 shards and I had 125 in here before, which means I don't know what I've done with the others, but it's fine. It's whatever. I got 125. Don't need more. I want more. I don't need more. But the reason I want so many is so that I can just get so many embers really quickly, because the more characters I have maxed, the more embers I can get per week, obviously. Just from Ithalon shards. So I actually don't know if there's another part to this, like I said. Nope, I completed this quest, apparently. Nice. I also got Scout 8, survey the 18 locations. So I got my wit increased to level 62. Where are we at in terms of everything else? So 1... Yeah, okay, cool. 62. It's not too bad. More finesse, crit, physical mastery, tactical mastery. It should jump up quite a bit soon, I think. 63 actually jumps quite a bit. So I've done this one, and now I just need to do the other 3. And then, yeah, I don't actually know what happens in that area. I've never fully completed it, or like fully looked into it either. So it'll actually be a really interesting thing to look at, I think. The Masters of Morgul have reclaimed Merrimband. Okay, that's where we were at earlier. So what I want to do is see if I'm capable of getting the kill. Because although I can kill at least 8 of the 9 for the continued threat stuff, it might sometimes be easier having the ones done here. I'm not going to worry about it too much, though, because I actually want to focus on these like quests, like the proper quests, like the actual stuff I'm supposed to be doing. You know, simple stuff like that. Where are these guys? They're up there. So they're a layer above. How awkward. What else do I have to do, though, in terms of exploration, right? Sirith Ongol, we'll probably work our way through those as we do those quests. Rare Chest of Rathduath, there's 2 more to do there, 2 more to do here. And then Exploring Mordor Besieged, there's a couple as well. But it's not too bad. Continuing Threats doesn't even give me Virtual Experience. That gives me a Cloak of the Nine and 4,000. And Bane of the Nine, which, you know, is quite a nice title, if I do say so myself. Really, if I'm here for Virtual Experience, though, I should just go back to, like, Wildwoods. You know. Probably a bit easier.
Faith alone will not stop the enemy.
Oh, not this one. There's a load of quests in here. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of quests. Though I guess it's actually, yeah, super easy now because nothing should attack me. I know I keep saying that, but, like, I keep forgetting how, like, simple it becomes. Because I always found it annoying that not only did these take a while, but, like, I think the enslaved stout axes, it takes a while to, like, snap them out of it and free them or whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it didn't take that long. But I remember it being a pain because you've got, like, enemies attacking you whilst you're doing it, and it can, like, be a pain. Especially when it's, like, a double enemy in a sense, because you kill the dwarf wight and then you have to actually defeat the spirit behind it. Whereas now, once I've just, like, done the quest to kill the enemies, then I don't even have to worry about them. Okay, so it's literally just the Slayer Deed. Which I'm already on the advanced one, but that actually makes sense because there's so many around. I think it shouldn't take too long after doing all these quests to just come back through with a Slayer Accelerator. Because looking at it, going back here. So Slayer of Imlad Morgul. I've already done Orc Slayer. Yeah. Have to double whammy. So that's besiege stuff. That's fine. That's whatever. Let's just kill enemies. Merivale, Orckind, Spider, White Slayer, and then Wraith Slayer. So this one will take a while, but you know, every enemy should count, I think. That, you know, I'm on the advanced. I'm halfway through. Shouldn't be too bad. Like if I were to go through spiders, I probably won't be doing, but that's like Imlad, Sirith Ongol, sorry, or Kirith Ongol before Ghost tries and corrects me. The rest, I probably, yeah, it shouldn't take too long to like put on a 30-minute Slayer Accelerator, go from the bottom, or technically the second tier. I don't know why I killed it. I don't need to. Go from the second tier of Minas Morgul because I've already done the Orc Slayer, and then like go up, and then I can probably just like, you know, go back to the bottom again, do the same. Within half an hour, I probably should have all of those done. Yeah. Well, Ghost was like trying to correct me on it a bunch yesterday when I said Sirith Ongol. And then I was like, but you never say anything about me saying Celendim, right? I don't say Kellendim, even though I technically know that's correct. I just think Sirith Ongol is more noticeable than Celendim because you probably hear it more, like, you know what I mean? I say Forakel because that's how I was told to say it in a video. I used to say Forashel, I think, years back. And then I was like, that sounds wrong. That sounds, like, really wrong. And then I watched a video on it. I think I watched a video, or there was certainly at some point there was a thing on the forums that was like a pronunciation list of how to say certain words. And that's what it said to do, so I did it. I think at some point, though, you know, it's a lot harder to, like, change your pronunciation, because I'm so used to saying it one way that it's like... You know. I was like, that's how you say it, right? Forakel. Right? That's... Or Forachel. Are you saying it's Chell? At some point, I feel like I just say stuff incorrectly on purpose. Like, occasionally, I will just start by saying, oh, I'm going to go to Michael Delving real quick. Don't mind me. I just need to go to the Shire. Let me go to Michael Delving. I've had to have the debate about how to say jalapeno. Right? Because I say it jalapeno. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Right? But I know people that say jalapeno. And I feel like that's just wrong. Or am I wrong? I know this is kind of a tangent. How do you say? How do you... Jalapeno. No. I think, to be fair, the beginning bit is what I was more like... So basically, you know, at work, there is some food with jalapenos on them. And, you know, some people don't want them. So some people say jalapenos. Some people say jalapenos. Some people spell it with a J, which is correct. Some people spell it with a H. So occasionally I'll just get a message through saying no hala, like H-A-L-A. And obviously, yes, I know what it means, but it feels wrong. At the end of the day, it's not a big deal because I know what they mean. But I'm just like, it sounds so wrong. Okay, let's go do the Joyous Court. Yeah. How do you say it? There's a drink. There's two drinks that people mess up all the time. So two drink names. One is Recordlig. People don't know how to say that. Maybe I'm saying it right, but as far as I'm aware, I'm saying it correctly. The second is it's a bottle of drink. I don't actually know what it is, but it's called Star Ramen. But like, people like the star one, whatever it is. I'm like, is it that bad? Don't know why I did it so weirdly, but it's whatever. Hey, it's that place. If we go in there, are we able to go in there? Is it spoilers if I go in here? Okay, it's not spoilers anymore. That's good. That was potentially worrying. Normally you have that for like instances. So I'm actually maxed out on my Sigils of Imlad Ithil, which means at some point I need to find something to spend them on. We're not too far off of finishing the Circle of Death, and therefore we should also be finishing off this area, I think. Right, so Quest of Minas Morgul, we just have to Circle of Death. Once we complete this quest, that is we just need to do a waxing moon and then we're done. And then, yeah, I'll see if I can go spend some tokens on, like, some pets or something. The nice thing is they are account bound. So it's nice because if I want to get those motes, I can just, like, trade them. Like, it's 100 per character, right? So I can do, like, basically 10 characters per week pretty easily without, like, having to upgrade it. The also nice thing is because we've got the Fateful Toolkit, we actually get 1 extra per quest and per, like, thing. So that also helps. So when I do, like, these, I'll actually get 3. Which is nice. Just a lot of talking in this quest. A lot of talking and some spoilers for story content. So if you don't want spoilers, look away for a bit. That's all I'll say. Though I guess technically just me playing in general is spoilers, but technically there's like a bigger spoiler. Rather than just like, oh, I have to kill these types of enemies. It's a character spoiler. I have shown it before, and technically I showed it earlier on the stream, but I think I just kind of had my my map over it, so you didn't actually see. It's not too bad. It's not like a character that's you otherwise thought was dead, right? So it's not like bad. Look at Galadriel. That's not the spoiler. Technically, I can just come over here and I don't think I spoil anything. I don't actually have to be around. And I'm sure if I don't point it out, it probably won't even be that noticeable. So. Come on, Galadriel. Galadriel. Lotro, but I pronounce everything incorrectly. Farmir. Are you a farmer, Farmir? Something about running in circles while characters are talking that just make it very therapeutic. Say everything wrong. Yeah. I like to think I pronounce things correctly. Just, you know, when I have context. I think there's a lot of times with words where, like, in regards to, like, Lord of the Rings and stuff, where, like, there isn't a pronunciation. Anybody notice how, like, really badly this was done? Instead of it being, like, one model, it's, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like, just normal, long, like, it's just 7 long tables that are just, like, you know, overlapping. Wow, that didn't load in for a while. I mean, if you're trying to say that color isn't spelled with a U, you're wrong. I mean, that is probably the one really annoying thing, actually, that I've noticed with, that I've had issues with, is when I was doing, like, software development and coding and stuff, right? Sometimes color has a U in it, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm naturally writing, like, color with a U, and then it's like, You have errors. I'm like, what are my errors? Oh, I just spelled color correctly. And therefore I'm wrong.
Will you hear my plight?
Okay, so we have now completed one of 5 parts of this deed, which is fun. How do you spell the color from mixing white and black? Gray? I think oh, now I'm thinking about it. I don't know. How do I spell it? Let's just write it out, and I spell it with a E. Yeah, I spell gray with an E, not with an A. But I've also known it to be spelled both. That I'm less fussed about. It's funny, if I look up gray with an A, it brings up the dictionary definition on Google. If I look up it with an E, it just shows colors. That's kind of funny, not gonna lie. Gray, British English, or gray with an A, American English. Do you know, the worst bit? The worst bit is when it says English and then English simplified, and I'm like, excuse me? You what? It's true, though. Most of the time, yeah, it's English traditional English simplified. It's like how Windows, just expects me to be English US. It's like, why? Yeah, I think gray is one that I've seen spelled both ways quite commonly. So now it wants me to do Thoringwath, I think, which is pretty easy to do. But first thing I want to get done is go to the Quartermaster. And I want to buy some stuff. Because unfortunately, I'm already maxed on my moats, I think. If I could spell. Near enough. I am literally 13 moats away from being maxed. So certainly 100 tokens for a 500 moats is a bit of a waste when I'm only getting 13 out of that. But is there anything else of interest? So there's a couple of like those things. There are some cloaks. But again, I don't really care much for cloaks on this character. That's actually a really nice cloak. If I could get a non-hooded version of that, I actually think I'd really like it. Can I get that? So Cloak of the Rising Moon is just a crafted cloak. Whereas the hooded one is a cosmetic. Okay. I can dye it as well. Ooh. I mean, black's already a thing. No, I think black / dyed or washed or whatever. I think that's just like better. Actually, black's like dyed. Anyway, I really like that. That's a quite cool design. Unfortunately, it looks like it's crafted for the thing. The Tome of the Enchanted Vessel is 500 tokens and gives me at least a bunch of leeway. And I think that's it, because there's Tome of the Black Wolf Dog, which I'm not currently high enough standing for, so I can't get that. And I already have bought all the harp stuff, the mini item stuff, so I guess I'll just pick that up. And then I guess I could give that to Feyrand, right? Would be the idea, because I can just trade that over. Because I don't really need it on this character specifically. So, where do I need to go? I don't know what this place is called. Taen Orwath.
Let us help you bring glad tidings, friend.
So, do these count towards Rathduath? Where do they count as? Thoringwath. Okay. So I do get just this quest. And there's only 8 quests for this area. And we get to see Mithrandir, which for some reason every time I say Mithrandir, I have to say it like that. I can't say it normally like a normal person. I have to specifically say it like that. It's a problem. Definitely want to make sure I get this scouting stuff done as well. I don't really like coming back here if I can help it. But once again, super easy if you don't actually have to aggro anything. It's kind of a spooky area though. One thing I'm not that fussed about doing though is the rune inscribed pages or the like glowing pages. I kind of get it. I like the idea of it. I do think, I don't know if there's anything on YouTube, I haven't looked it up, but I do think it would be nice to, because there's like audio logs to it, right? I think I can just get the pure sound for it anyway, but what I probably end up doing is just like having, I think it would be interesting, like a lot of people do this, I think, where they get like a video, right, where they collect all these audio logs and do them in order and stuff. Could be a good thing to have as like a compilation. That way at least you can listen to it. I think you can listen to it on the wiki. I've totally overrun where I was supposed to go to. Oopsie daisy. Is he up here? Is our bestest friend? No. I mean, what? Tordir, you're my bestest friend, I swear. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see as well where my wit ends up being, because if I do discover all these areas, I will have another 1,000, so I will be up to 63. I can't actually remember what these values go up. Lantro, wit. Easy quests. So 63 is a jump of about 3,000 finesse. 1,300 on the crit. And then about 700 on the tactical and physical mastery. Plus then, I think, another 400 on the passives. It would be nice to get those up to max. Don't really care much about all the other passives. I mean, it's nice to have, but like, it's not a massive deal. Banish the shadows to the shadow realm. What's the opposite of shadow? The light realm. Oh, he didn't let me go. Let me leave. Do you ever think he just gets really bored of us? You know? Just start, you know, speaking our poems about the Shire to him and he'll probably love us for it. Okay. Once again, follow him into the deep, dark, unknown areas. It's fine. We trust him though, right? I trust him to be really slow. That's for sure. Like, are we not on a little bit of a, like, run. Also, canonically, you don't have that anymore. Can I have it, please? I'll have a duplicate. It is kind of crazy, though, to think, right? So right now I have 10k finesse, and we are 18 levels away from being maxed on there. At level 80, you have 81,000 finesse. So we're actually 8 times the finesse in 18 levels. That's pretty damn good. Okay, I think we're done. You're done. Okay. So, there is a situation here where we want to go and try and find the like boxes, I think. The chests, the rare chests or whatever. I'm less fussed about the other areas, but for this one, I definitely want to just like kind of get it done and over with. It's an impressive looking area though, not gonna lie. I guess at some point I will have to come back for the pages though. Because I would like to get that done if I could. You know what? I'm getting on my horse. And then we'll just have to keep an eye out for any place that seems like they're going to have it. I think up here definitely has one, if I remember correctly. There's like one off to the side. From like the main area. I think it's this one. I followed the footsteps. What now? So yeah, I gotta kill and burn them. Just for extra spiciness. So this isn't even the full, like, Thuringwath area. But hopefully we can at least get all the quests done. At the very minimum. If not, I will, like, possibly look it up. I'm not actually that fussed, as I seemingly was a minute ago. Cool. So is there any instances we haven't done yet for this area? I actually don't know. The Fallen Kings, I don't know what that is. Oh, the 9? Oh, no, I do know which one that is, actually. So I haven't done Houses of Lamentation. I don't actually know what leads to that. Isn't it this one? Houses of Lamentation, or is it here? No, I think this is it, right? Ah. I don't know. But yeah, once again, at the very least, the main focus for now is just having the quest deeds done. That's all we're like super prioritized on. And then we can start doing these like continue threat weeklies and stuff, and all the other ones. The other stuff doesn't take that long. The continue threats might take a little bit longer because I gotta physically find the 9. But I'm sure as I sort of get more into the routine of it, it'll be a bit easier to find. Does burning bones really do much? I mean, I'll take the easy quest, but does it really do much? I don't know the science behind that. But I also don't know the science behind reanimated corpses, so I guess who am I to talk? Okay, 2 more bodies. Defeat the Master of Fane. They said Master of Fate then. Let's try and get the rest of these done as well. Easy. Honored by the White Company, which actually means we can go buy that that dog now. Not, as I said, too fussed about this character having pets, but if we can sort of... That's why I was kind of excited to find out that I didn't have it. It wasn't bound to character or immediately used. But it might be interesting to look at what pets we can start obtaining now to transfer over. I know it kind of spoils it a little bit because, like, you know, it loses some of the, like, oh, hey, now we're at this area, we can start going for this pet. But I think partially I do want to, like, just see what I can get now and, like, have something extra to do. And we can always buy them, like, on Fairand for, like, Tar Valard, which I think always works. Is there anything about finding bones in here or something? Isn't that a thing? It's like, find out what happened to so-and-so. Oh yeah, this one. Search this place for signs of his men. And they're like, here. Examine the slain rangers. Right. So Thuringwath again. Scout Thuringwath is another 1,000, but we've only got to do 1 more quest. So technically after we've done this, we can just be like, nah. Let's go. And after this, technically that is done. Not even technically, it is done. But I'm pretty sure, again, we go down here at some point for this quest, so... where is he? Where is he? Up here. Cool. Hi. Oh, interesting. So you don't send me down there. Right, I'm gonna manually go down there then. I also got a level 121 uncommon tracery. A bit odd to have an uncommon tracery be at the final quest of a quest line. Definitely something weird about that. I'm not expecting an incomparable, but I was kind of expecting a rare. Just a little. Right. So there are 2 more areas. One is definitely here. Bar Nerenath? There's a rare Mordor chest up there. And this definitely... Okay, yeah, this is definitely like the final area for this scouting quest. Unfortunately, this doesn't tell me where the other 4 are. It just says there are 4 more. So Discovery, the Houses of Lamentation, which I thought was right. And then we also have Scouting Thuringwath here as well. So that's at least something. There's literally a chest there. I see it. Should I look it up? Launcher rare chests of varying length. Probably not that difficult to get to them all, but okay. So there are 2 that we got originally that are here and here. We've already got those 2. A third, which we've got here now, and then there's 3, sort of 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Not only do they give, like, you know, crafting materials, which is something that we do like to have, but also they are giving me technically stat boosts. In fact, 50 virtual experience more, and I go up to wit 64, which is a jump of about 3,000 finesse. And while I don't necessarily have too many issues with my finesse right now, the more the merrier. The higher I can get to those stat caps, and the more stuff I can actually sort of try and do. Now, how do I get up to the top is the question. Via the stairs, maybe? Could be a good answer. Don't know if anyone's ever thought that one before, but just a thought. Okay, so there's one up there, and hopefully it's just kind of mirrored on the other side. Then what I'll do is just go back to Estelad Lan, hopefully go do some, like, I don't know, maybe there's some more quests there. Because I need those extra 5 still for this one. Yeah. Ooh, this place is scary. Super duper scary. It's fine though, it's not actually that difficult. And then I'm guessing, yep, mirrored. Easy. Cool, little bit of a boost and 150 experience to go. So yeah, once again, back to Estelad Lan. And shouldn't have too much to worry about. In fact, is there any extra quests? No. Is there any extra quests for this guy? Let us not tarry, indeed. No. Okay. I want to go back to Eka Duel and check out that area, because I feel like I am just missing something weird. Oh wait, am I like super broken because of that? Why just like make me waste 110 silver? Why not? So where does the other one go to? This one, Eka Teodim? I mean, I will eventually go there, right? But I should probably go manually, like properly. So there's the Quartermaster quest, but there's nothing else. Interesting. I don't think I left anything, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. I guess what we'll do is go work on some Sirith Ungol stuff, and then that's only 20 and hopefully shouldn't be too long, and then we can like focus on the rest of our thing, because although I've already done 12 out of 50, that is probably going to be the longest thing out of all of them. And we'll just have to see how much time we have. Hopefully, it's doable. I like to hope that it is. Because I'm pretty sure this area is quite quick. Like, if you know what you're doing. But again, I'm worried about those 5 quests. Luckily, it's not like, hey, you have to do these quests that are like the landscape ones. Maybe there was something to do with yesterday because I didn't have the like auto accept landscape stuff on. Maybe there's some landscape quests that I didn't do. That could be it potentially. But yeah. I would like to do this one as well. This is another reason I wanted to do those 4, is just the extra virtual experience as well. Alright. Bunch of quest rings. Bunch of quests. I will indeed hear your plight. Do not worry. Legolas is now my best friend. Don't mind me. Just two elf hunters. Just having a good old time. Chilling out. What did I just do? Actually, no, I just did. Collected the ranger supplies. Oh, just deliver. Okay, cool. You coming, Legolas? Oh, he's level 125. I thought normally he would scale to me, but I guess it's kind of nice. If you're under-leveled, you can have him as, like, just a beefy 1.8 million morale tank in some ways. Right, so do I go this way first, or do I go, like, up here? I think up here is technically right for the rangers. But let's hope it's the right way for all of the quests, because otherwise it becomes just a bit more of a hassle. Okay. Let's try getting these insects done early, because otherwise I will forget and it's just going to become a bit of a hassle. And we're close to a ranger. Where's said ranger? An ill ranger.
Will you hear my plight?
An ill ranger on the hill. Oh, this should be easy. Okay. Oh, this is actually a problem having Legolas. I should probably dismiss him now that I'm actually thinking about it. I'm sorry, you're more trouble than you're worth. You're my pet, apparently. Sure thing. We'll stick with that. It's interesting. Spiders are apparently not insects. I thought they would be. You count as an insect? Nope. That makes sense, though, I think. I wonder, actually. So what is it? Slash... I'm not allowed to rename him, no. Unfortunately not. It doesn't say I can't rename him that. It's just I'm not allowed to rename that specifically. So it's like the actual character. A little unfortunate, innit? Either way, you need to be dismissed again. I'm sorry. I feel like that people could wreak havoc with that, potentially, if that was possible. So I'm not surprised. Wait, why is the audio resetting every time I fire my arrow, the music restarts? Or like was playing through and it would only play while I was in combat. That was very odd. Okay, I need to make my way back up there though. I shouldn't have really jumped down. Can you have two pets at the same time? Like if I had a pet out, can I also have Legolas out because he counts as a pet? Or is it like using the pet as like the pet sort of thing as a baseline and then building off that as a separate thing? Right? So it could technically be different just based off the same original code. And most people aren't dismissing their followers, to be honest. So they probably like, oh, who cares? Won't worry about it. It would be interesting if it's like actually doable.
Be wary, my friends. Evil spoils these grounds.
And how it would work. But I don't particularly think I want to know how to do that, so sadly I wouldn't be able to be sneaky enough. I think I'm going the right way. So what else do I have to do? I have to deliver supplies to 2 more rangers, which is what I'm on the way to do. Defeat, what is it, 8 more insects? Defeat Megank and close the Grodbog Tunnel, which is all the way up there. And what else? I have to talk to Legolas, apparently. So welcome back. And bye-bye again. Yeah, this is what I mean by this area is like really quick for questing, because there are so many quests like back to back to back to back. I mean, this one is a small fellowship, so I think in some regards they don't expect you to do it, but you do also have Legolas with you, so it's certainly doable. I do wonder though, when it's stuff like that, I almost wonder if like when there's a limitation like that, my first thought is like if I wanted to check it, we'll probably go back to like Shadows of Angmar stuff. Because they probably didn't have as many limitations back then. Right? So, if there is any potential changes, if I were to think about like a follower that you have in early game, they might actually be able to be renamed. Just because maybe there isn't that limitation. Potentially. A flickering moonlit essence of agility. Nice. Oh, Legolas is supposed to give me a load of quests, isn't he? Easy enough. Hopefully I didn't kill too many enemies where it, like, I have to wait for them to respawn. Could be awkward. I think I should be fine. Death from above. We might even get to see Shelob today. That'd be fancy. Though I think I might have... Have I unlocked Remichan on here? I don't think I have. No, I haven't unlocked Remichan as a thing, so I haven't actually gone to that area, which makes sense because otherwise I think you can just go straight over without doing this questline, but this questline will take you to it, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1 thing. Right. This is probably for Cirith Ungol, which is fine. Oh, I got a shield. What does it look like? That's not a terrible looking shield. Though again, I've heard of some weird issues with like Warden. If it doesn't have like the cutout or whatever that it normally has like here, I've heard there's issues with animations. I haven't actually tested that out, but I also don't want to like risk it messing anything up. I guess we'll see. There was actually a really nice shield I saw the other week, but unfortunately I can't remember what it was called. But it was really, really nice. And I want to go search for it again. I have to look through all the shields. Though I guess I could look up Warden Shield, potentially. I think all the shields actually show up all together, so I technically couldn't do that. Still want my Mirkwood shield. That's what I'm after. Oh, I'm rooted. Nice. My favorite mechanic. Okay. One more devoted. Probably should have Heartseekered, because if I killed it in one shot, then nothing would aggro. It just makes life easier. Hello. Let's just go over here and have a little chat with Mr. Lego. Find a safe space to regroup, except I'm not going to do that. Actually, maybe I will, but I guess, yeah, we'll do this bit, and then we'll go up here. Kind of makes sense. Hi, Direhorn. Let's actually take Legolas off the playing field. Because we get to see a guy in a minute from... I can't remember what he's from. He might be from a Mordor instance. But I could be wrong. I really can't remember. I know he's from, like, something. I guess I'll have to look it up in a second. Let's look up the guy he's talking about. It's like the Pale Watcher or something. The Pale Herald. It's literally the title of the quest. The Pale Herald.
Listen, and I will speak of his arrival.
Rukor. He's the third boss in Remichan. Okay. I thought he was just like in a like a previous thing. Maybe I'm mixing up. Wasn't he like a thing from beforehand? Is he like, or am I mixing up characters? There was a thing where he was like he was like corrupted or something. Or am again, I might be thinking of like a completely different character. I swear it was this instance. I don't know. I don't know. Do I go in closer? I mean, I think he looks quite cool. Yeah, I could have sworn there was something to do with him. But they have no blood. What are you gonna do? Why do I feel so small in comparison to like most enemies? It's kind of sad.
I do not trust the dark man. His blood magic is foul.
He can blood bend. What is this?
I do not trust this pale herald. I am exiled and can do nothing.
Alright. So, what else am I doing then? The sequestered spiders. It's all the way over there. So I guess I'll go over here, then go over here, just trying to kill what I can for this insect quest along the way. like these. Is there any other quests in this area that I have? Nope. Do you count? Nope. Gosh darn it. Oh, I found one. Probably shouldn't even be able to hit that guy, considering his arrow was grayed out, but I'll take it. It's whatever. How long have I got with broken legs? 20 seconds. I love this. Enhanced abilities. Minus 10% chance for item wear. Don't really have to worry. Plus 100 morale. Amazing. Plus 5% run speed. Oh, well. I literally just get 100 extra morale. I'm like, at this point, is it like that big a deal when you're at like over 500,000 morale? It's like, is 100 like the difference between life and death? Don't get me wrong. Earlier levels definitely can be. But at some point, just make it scaling, you know? Unless that is scaling, at which point, oof. Oh, actually, I wonder if this will count towards said quest. Because they are, yeah, insects.
Faith alone will not stop the enemy.
Cool, that's that one. And then I need to defeat this enemy. Collapse the tunnel, and then we'll go down here, and then hopefully we'll just like sort of group together and just given a bunch of quests at the last second, which will be pretty cool. So let's not die on our war steed, which is like normally par for the course, but let's try our very best. It'll probably happen because there's quite a few steep. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me. What just happened? So I double tapped S, which should have stopped me and not made me run off, which it did. And then I started running again, even though I was only holding my left mouse button. And then I didn't die to that fall. And which I'm not complaining about, but a little bit confused. And also teleported randomly, like, to the east or something. That was very odd. That was weird. I'll take it, though. I'll take the non-death. I didn't want to have to make it all the way back here again. It's funny, though, because I was literally just pointing out how I, you know, probably going to fall off something, and hopefully didn't want to do that. Isn't Atlee over here? I think. Yeah. The Wilhelm screen would be almost perfect. Hey, Atlee. I talked about it before. I think we mentioned it on stream. I like the fact that Atlee is like kind of scaled with us in a sense. You know, he was in Archer to start with, and now he's here. You know, like trying to kill. You know, Shelob basically. What do you know about my eyes, huh? Huh? Alright. So, what do we have to do? We have to defeat 3 special spiders. Burn 10 webbed trees, which I think is the one that normally takes the longest for me on this one, because it's really difficult for me to tell the difference. And then defeat 15 spiders in this area. Are you one of the quests I have? One of the spiders I have to kill? Nope. But I'm going to do it anyway. Not necessarily that I didn't believe in him. I just like the fact that he's like... I feel like with some characters, there's like, hey, they helped here, and then, oh, well, they, you know, that's the extent of what they can do. Whereas with Atlee, it's like he can fight with the best of them, you know? If it's a spider, he's coming. Sarah Oka. Nobody believes in Sarah Oka. Except me. Totally. Biggest fan. Number one Sarah Oka stan. It's very really difficult to find these burning trees. I mean, there's one right in front of me, but whatever. Every single piece of Sarah Oakart merch that exists, I own. AKA none of it. I'm scared to look it up. I want to look up Sarah Oakart merch. There's a thing that says Lotro merch. There's a Game of Thrones wiki. Sir Eris Oakart was a knight and former member of the Queen's Guard. Okay. Good to know. There's no Sarah Oakart merch. So sad. Right. Yeah. Can't find any. You know, just that's what we need to ask. That's a really different... Oh, someone made a 10th anniversary mug, but it's different than the one I got. Which makes sense. Yeah. That's the final straw for me. People were making suggestions for stuff. A doorbell that says your kind is not welcome here, Devodiard. Unwelcome matte doormat. Hot beverage mugs with the community's top 3 voted designs on them. One is okay. I don't know what this word is. I'd have to look it up. This one is Sarah Oakart related. Oh. Sarah Oakart Coffee Carafe holds 8 cups and has a 1.5 millimeter diameter spout for a really slow pour. I mean, that is Sarah Oakart's like defining feature, is being incredibly slow. Unbearably so. That's why there's no merch out. Take too long to get delivered. I feel like Sarah Oakart would have a teacup or a teapot, but it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen the like Assassin's Teapot thing, where, you know, depending, it can serve like 3 different liquids depending on where you put your thumb or something, or what like certain things you cover. I feel like Sarah Oakart would have one of those. That seems to make sense to me. I don't know why I tried to attack that. I didn't even mean to. Whatever works. Yeah, some people are like suggesting it. Hot, beer glasses with the logos of the inns and taverns in Minas Tirith. Lotro branded rubber bands or lag screws. Notepads with 4 to 8 images of memorable opponents in rotation. I think I technically own some of the only, like, proper Lotro merch, right? Because there's never been, like, official merch. I think they've talked about it before, but I don't know what the sort of, like, legality behind it is and what they sort of have the ability to sell and make profit from in terms of merch, right? But because I've got the Mordor hat, and I've got the 10th anniversary mug, and I think that's it. I know there was a ring, but I think that's just kind of generic, like a one ring kind of thing. There's a lot of those. It's not really necessarily a Lotro thing. It's more of a Lord of the Rings thing. Whatever slight difference there is. Alright, let's kill these webbed trees. I feel like I want to look up like an assassin's teapot. I think that's the like official term for it, but I feel like I'd be put on a list, you know? I think it would be an interesting item to own, not necessarily use for its original purpose, but it would be kind of interesting to like have something that, you know, has 3 compartments in it to, you know, depending on what you want. You could have water or a tea or a, I don't know, coffee, I guess. I most recently saw a YouTube video about it, I think. Someone made like, it was like a video about how it worked. So they made like a clear, I think like a 2D version, or like not 2D necessarily, but like a sort of, they like spliced it basically into 2D, and then made like a clear, basically 2D version, so you could sort of see how it worked. Be an interesting way to serve a cocktail. Just like a teapot, but one, like, you know, it's got the different ingredients in it. Out of this one spout. What am I being followed by? No idea.
When you are ready, let us depart for
Echad. Echad. Te. Tai. Toi. Twiwi.
Something is amiss. There is a foul smell.
Official merchandise is here. Mugs and mouse pads. Well, that's not very fun. 404, not found. I guess that's the biggest disadvantage, I guess, from not being under Warner Brothers anymore. I think that's also a thing, right? Because they probably could make merch, and I'm sure they like have definitely talked about it. But I think logistically as well, like actually, you'd have to like hire more people to, you know, like transfer it out and stuff. I want to see what there is, like, properly. I mean, Redbubble is just like fan stuff, right? So it's not really. It's just a shirt that says Disturber of the Peace with Gandalf's hat on it. I mean, I have a t-shirt that is like Lord of the Rings, sort of. I have a shirt that says Mordor Dark Ale on it. Let me see if I can find like a link to that. I mean, I guess this works, right? I own a shirt that looks like this, which I quite think it looks quite cool. One beer to rule them all. It's probably the only other like Lord of the Rings thing I own, like clothing wise. Where have they gone? Where are they at?
These Moors are no match for the Rangers of Affiliate.
How many more doors? I think that was fine. I never actually realized they were up here for the longest time. I was always like, oh, where are they talking from? Oh, up here. Okay, cool. Hail, 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 hey over there. Hey. I don't know. It's weird. One thing actually people were really talking about, and I saw this on a subreddit post, was the idea of having imagine having like a figure of your character, basically like a 3D printed or whatever version of your character, so you could get it cosmetically made, like get your cosmetics, and then it would, you know, get like 3D printed, and I guess you could either paint it yourself or it could be painted. I think that would be kind of cool. Logistically, probably a nightmare. Don't get me wrong, but it's something I thought about before of like trying to do. The problem is, as far as I'm aware, like I think in the US you can just like send off files to like a company and they'll just like 3D print you some stuff. I don't really know if there's much of that in the UK, but certainly would be interesting if I had like a model of it. No, I just meant as in like if it was like, I don't know, somehow like, I don't know, like a plastic or something, let's say, piece, and it was just like that, rather than being painted like a Warhammer model, for example. It just came out in that color, so it was just like colored, or you could, yeah. That's more what I was chatting. Let's have a look. That might not work in the like OBS client thing. Oh, there we are. So is it like scroll down? Oh wow, this is like Mines of Moria mug, Fell Beast, mousepad, Eye of Sauron mug. I wonder if you went on like eBay. Because I do like to occasionally go on eBay and just look up like Lord of the Rings online. Because I want to see if there's any like nice cases. I want to at some point have a copy of each like collector's edition of the game, like the nice boxes at some point. I think that'll be really, really cool. There's a lot of Battle for Middle Earth stuff, apparently, but it's like the for a while, even though I didn't play it, I had the like the boxes of like the World of Warcraft expansions. Reduced Awareness is my favorite. What's this? Lotro themed merchandise now available. Save 25% now to Monday. Lotro themed mousepads, mugs. Great gift idea. Free shipping Friday the 26th. Huh. Honestly, they could like release that now, and I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, but they could release that now as an image and it still would like match. Like, it looks like what they would currently release as a... Like, I could see that just being in the launcher or on their website. Maybe a little bit different dimensions now. But I don't know if that's a good thing, as in, like, it's timeless, or if it's a bad thing, as in, oh, it doesn't feel like they've changed much. So... But you don't necessarily have to change. So... Because I'm pretty sure they use that background image, because I actually have a copy of one of those background images for, like, a thumbnail. With the Eye of Sauron and stuff. I don't know if I've still got it. Especially because I... deleted quite a few files. Oh no, this is the one I was thinking of. This one. Oh, wrong way. So not quite. I don't think it needs to change necessarily. I think it was definitely a good change for them to change the website. I'm very glad the website is certainly a lot better looking. I still think the, like, making a character or making an account page looks a bit old. I don't think it's been changed. But at least it's something. I like how if I look up Lord of the Rings Online Collectors on eBay, it comes up with Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2 Collector's Edition. I get it's got the word collectors, but, like, I don't know.
Old friend. Seems we are on the right track.
Yay. Oh, I was very confused why, but there's a Build-A-Bear exclusive Lord of the Rings Frodo gift bear set. I was like, why is there a Build-A-Bear in my Lord of the Rings search? This doesn't work. If you were bloodless, wouldn't you just, like, not be able to get much done? Would that just not really be detrimental to your... I mean, your life, yes. But also just your, like, bodily functions? Could you swing a sword if you had no blood? You know? How's that work? I know it's, like, really weird to try and ground this fully in reality, but it's just one of those things, isn't it? Right, so I think I go to a next area or something. Is there an area up here? Am I being dumb? How does this work? Because I'm pretty sure I just see Ithalan Skarn. And there's nothing back here except some stairs. Cool. Let's try and see this. I definitely think it'll be a nice thing to keep an eye out for. Like, I wonder if there's... I think it's very unlikely to be videos, because I feel like I would have seen them. But I wonder if there's any, like, I don't know, Twitter posts or something. Like, just... Or even forum posts. Somewhere deep down that, you know, that have information on the merch. Just buy it all and be like, I bought all the old Lotro merch. Right, so this is... Yeah, this is where I want to go. Oh. Okay, so this dude is deaded. Then who else do we have to do? So I gotta kill one other dude, get these orders, and do these blood orbs, and then I'll probably make my way up those stairs again, but from the bottom, so that those enemies respawn. And then I think that makes things easy. Oh, hey, you're right there. Wow, that guy zipped over as fast as he could. He's like the definition of right-hand man. Okay, I think this is our final one. No, okay. 2 more. But that also questions where... Oh, it's right there. Oh, I see it. It right there, innit? Definitely wish I was able to zoom into the map sometimes. I feel like it would be so much easier. Okay, there's some orders for that. And then are we going this way? An epiphany. Am I able to hit anything from here? No. I'm really curious, actually. What happens if I put a trap out in just the middle of nowhere? Okay. I thought it might go, like, to the bottom. Which would be a really interesting, like... Imagine if you could just attack from on top of an enemy by placing a trap, like, in the air above them, technically. There will be barely any times it's actually viable, but it'd be really interesting as an attack on some enemies. Okay, so we've got 4 quests left to do. How many is left to do in this area? So 2. So basically we can be done with this. But I also think we'll just like finish it up anyway, because it hopefully leads us back to the Wrath Duath stuff. If not, we'll just like run through the area and hopefully just get a couple of landscape quests, ideally. Or I'll look it up. Either or. And then yeah, after that is Morgul besieged. Unless we do some scouting stuff. Remachant and Torek Ungol. Which is just over here anyway. And then Remachant. Which should be done by the time we finish this questline. So. Alright, 1 more to go. And then we'll jump down back into this camp, run through, and then we're all good. Easy. Oh, this is not so easy. Nailed it. Just don't question it. And everything will go fine. Clearly, I'm the master of jumping off stuff in this game. And only a 30-second cooldown on it. Nice. Cool, cool, and cool. And then we get an uncommon tracery, which again is a little bit odd as to why that's the case, but it's whatever, innit? I think I can go that way. Let's open up that. Definitely needs, or makes me like start trying to work out what I need to buy with my motes. I was thinking about it. I might end up getting myself some 130 heavy gear for my captain potentially. Since I think my captain is my next sort of level 130 character. 113 at the moment. But that might be a bit preemptive. But it's better than like I guess, never earning anything. If I just have it ready at 1:30. They are near.
Here age long she has dwelt, an evil thing in spider form.
Okay.
He who was here before Sauron, and before the first stone of Barad-dûr. Sheila, the great, lost child.
I feel like I'm not as knowledgeable on Shelob as I should be. Is it only in, like, Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor? I guess technically I think it's only Shadow of War, the sequel. I think that's it. That Shelob can be humanoid? Or is it just in general? Is that just a made-up thing for that game only? Or is she actually able to be humanoid otherwise? Because I was like, whoa, she can be, like, just shapeshift. Because why not? I don't know if that's just an actual thing that Shelob's able to do. Oh, not what I wanted. Yeah, I don't think there's any time in this where they're able to. Maybe I would have to just, like, look that up. Oh, I remember, going back to what we were saying about, like, merch and stuff. I remember seeing someone buy a mug for, like, their brother or something. That was, like, I think it was a mug, but it had, like, an item sort of display over it, like this. Obviously not this big, because that'd be a very tall mug. But I remember seeing that. I can't remember how long ago that was, so I don't know if I could find it. I wonder if I just went on r/Lotcher and looked up mug. Ah, literally here. Here it was. Mug of the first age. I guess technically it's easier to do now that you've got Steins. Could work, right? Bit odd for a first stage weapon to have an essence, not gonna lie. Just saying. Right. So this should do this part, I'd like to think. Hey, see? And that's 1,000 virtue experience once again. And I don't know if it'll take us to Remichan or if we have to manually go to Remichan after the fact. But we can go have a look at Shelob. He's a little bit obsessed. But I think that's kind of the point, right?
I hear you, Mam Morgul.
I don't hear anything but you. Nearly there. I think it's cooler if you're like actually like this.
And your people have come.
But then I did that the first time, and then I kind of forgot that you're supposed to struggle and get out, or I didn't realize. It's like, oh, hey, you're dead because you didn't pay attention. Well done. Dude just gets eaten. Scurry. Let's get out of here. Run, run, run. From the Shelob with 117 million morale. Unfortunately, this is an instance, but it'd be really funny if you were able to, like, actually kill Shelob during this. But I don't think there's any point where you actually can, or any way you possibly could. I think the only time that I think you'd actually be able to achieve that is when the new legendary items were on, like, in Bull Aurora, because there was, like, bugs where stuff stacked. I think that's the only way you could technically do enough damage output. Because I think there was videos of people doing, like, Durin's Bane stuff. Yeah, you do that. Oh, I can actually leave now.
You only delay my plans, Lord of Elves. Take your champion and go.
I don't actually know where he's supposed to be. Like, can we just hear him because we can, or because we're special? Or... Normally, I gotta be like... I guess he shouts, but, like... I feel like normally... we'd be, like... within seeing distance. Okay, I don't think I technically went to Remachant there. No. So, I definitely want to go do that if I can. I don't think I technically have to do these, but... I have to go in here anyway, so why not? And... cool. So destroy the passages. Block small passages. Replace the broken Gilgalare. Which is like the torch things, right? And then defeat spiders and defeat Gredbig. I still don't know how to say it properly. All while making our way to Remachant. I think this, though, is the, like, final quest line of this, and I'm definitely sure it's in... yeah, Kirith Uncle. You just have to keep saying it correctly, and then I will eventually naturally say it like that. But don't hate me too much in between. I don't even think those count. I think I'm just killing spiderlings because I can. Oh, wait, no, they do count. Nice. Okay. Easy. Easy peasy. Yeah, so the killing, like, spiders ones, this one probably won't count, right? Yeah, no. That I wasn't going to expect that to count. But yeah, I think the killing enemies bit is obviously very easy. It's like, hey, just kill enemies. The harder bit is going to be definitely I think the passages aren't too bad. I think the like lights or whatever are the worst bit from my experience. So there's one. Oh, Nope. Left a bit too early. Cool. What's the red one? Is that passages? Okay. So now we just have to keep an eye out for the red big enemies specifically. But I'm hoping, since they're the green ones, that they're obviously seemingly more prominent around here. I'm hoping that as we sort of loop back round, it will just become like an overabundance of them, basically. Oh, wait. I'm looking for the wrong names, clearly. I guess I actually have to, like, pay attention or something. Whatever that means. You know? Okay. So, one more broken Gilglare, which is good, actually, because I said that was, like, normally the one I have issues with the most. The fact that I'm gonna finish that probably second is pretty impressive, I would say. I should have the Remachant quest. I think. Oh, I don't actually. So normally when you get to 130, it would give you the Remachant quest, but I don't have it. Which is interesting. Unless because 140 is now the max, they just don't give that to you. Could be it. Maybe. Oh, hello. Nearly got past me. Nearly. Cool. And then the one more in front of us here. And then it's just simple case of 3 more enemies. And then quickly pop into Remachant. Not to finish it, sadly. Just to unlock it. Would be nice, though. I mean, it opens up the possibility for me to jump into Remachant now, which unfortunately I haven't been able to do on this character specifically until now. I think just Palpatine had it unlocked. No, Reneborn had it unlocked. But obviously he wasn't exactly... Why is there a Morgul hatchling here? How's that work? But yeah, he's not quite there. I wonder if there's a quest here for it. You first talk to Caliborn and then do whatever with him, but I guess it's fine. But yeah, oh, does that count? Hey, this could be perfect. And then finding Remachant at the same time. Look at that. Wonderful. That levels up my wit to level 66. It was 62 when we started, so I basically doubled my finesse at the very least, which is not double my finesse total, but my finesse from wit, which is nice. I don't know where I'm at in terms of my finesse. Probably a lot lower than I should be. I'm not too far off. 30% I think is what I was told is like, you're good. So if I'm at 27.6 and I have, you know, 60k to go on my wit, I don't think that's doing too bad. And then after that, I don't know if I'll focus on my loyalty for my morale or get my zeal and my confidence up. Confidence would make sense, I think, for both the crit and the finesse. Because my crit could also be a bit higher. Whereas this one is physical mastery and crit, but also the might, which doesn't really do much for me. I mean, it gives me block and parry, but I mean, ideally, let's be honest, you just like do them both, or all three of them, right? You do all of them. But yeah, we'll get there soon enough. How long is there left to go to run here? Nearly there. And hopefully they better be out here, because otherwise if they're like back over here, then I'll be sad. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. There you go. I'm so proud. And they're just not talking, because why not?
Soon need a small force to enter the deep tunnels. Remocant, the net of darkness.
He says Remachant really weirdly. Remocant. How about Remacan? Have some positive attitude there. Alright. I think that is us done with on that area. So, where is our stable master? Over here. I do want to go back to Eckhard Yule. Because, again, I need to find these 5 remaining quests. And I'm a little bit stuck. So something I might do is, if we go to... No, it's a bit too far away. I'm thinking about just going on my horse. And maybe just going up from here. And just checking out if there's any, you know, landscape quests that I've missed. Like, kill this enemy. Kill 10 orcs. Something like that. Because I feel like I'm definitely missing out on something. And I don't know what. That is a very weird item. I know it's like just a drop from an enemy, but agility, will, fight, fate, and might. Just all dropped. Alright, cool. Yeah, because I feel like I did it quite normally because I went and did the introduction quest. So, I don't know. Let's have a look on the wiki. I mean, there's bounty boards, dwelling in the hills, rotten fire. I've already done that one. So there are bounty boards. But there's 4 bounty boards and 29 quests. Which means there are 25 quests. Right? I mean, I could just do the bounty boards, right? But that's, again, only 4 quests. So, it's a bit odd. So, Estelad Lan. Let's go back there. And I'm going to go to, like, these places and just double check. Where's this place? So it says 63.4, 3.8. So it's like here. So I do have to go back to... Okay. I'm just going to guess that going to this area, I missed out on some quests. That's what I think I have to guess. Because I don't really remember doing anything around these areas. And because I had these 3, or 2, I guess, I never really paid much attention. I mean, worst case scenario, it's just we're going through, it's whatever. Because I went here for the water. I think that was it. Well, there's 3 of our quests. Now, the question is, where are the other 2? There are 2 quests here, apparently. By the broken houses. So maybe those are the 2 that I'm waiting on. Like, because I didn't do a certain quest or something. So what do I have to do? Destroy corrupted runes, burn spider corpses, burn mounds of hides, defeat wargs, and defeat a named enemy. Okay. Yeah, I definitely remember this quest. It makes, yeah. So that makes sense as to what I was kind of missing. And then, yeah, I think we'll try and go over here, and that apparently might have the other 2 quests I'm after. I'm only guessing, because, again, it seems like there's 25 quests, like, on the dot, it seems. Minus the bounty boards, which I guess I could also do, but, like, I want to do, like, the actual quest. And I must have done all the previous ones anyway, because of, yeah, I must have done all the previous ones because of the 15 quest introduction-y whatever. I think there's also a rare Mordor chest around here somewhere, or something like that. I might have picked that up, though. I'm bad at remembering. Alright, so if I go this way, does it go, like, over the top? Is that how that works? Maybe. What I really do is just, like, finish off killing the wargs, I think, as quickly as possible. Because that just takes up a lot of, you know, screen size, screen space. Alright. So did I say where... Oh, yeah, cool. I think that as well, because apparently all the others are just, like, be there at the right time. Like, when you go past, it'll automatically... Like, well, they'll show up. And normally they would automatically do it, if you... For me, at least. But the other one is specifically after you've done another quest. So I think there's a chance I just went there before I finished a certain quest. And therefore, like, I did it out of order in a sense. And that just meant I didn't go over. Or again, it could just be a situation where they didn't show up because I didn't have the automatically accept like quests on thing. Which proves to me why I always have it on, or why I probably should just like finish these, because it's clearly making my life more of a pain. Right, how much more are we after? Oh, I haven't even seen this, like, boss enemy yet as well. Where are they to? Over here, maybe? This looks like some place I remember vaguely. Right, so these should be the hide and the final rune, and then hopefully the final spider corpse over there, and then this dude, maybe? No? I mean, he looks like he's directly in front of me. There you are. I know what's right. There is a rare Mordor chest here. Nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, to make life a little bit easier, I'm going to go Esarlan, swift travel back, and then go check out this other place. And hopefully I'm correct in that this is the 2 remaining quests that we need. If not, more searching, I guess. Actually, no, I shouldn't go there, actually. I should go to this one. I know it was a waste of money, but whatever. It's just a couple of kills. I should go to Taen Orwen, or whatever it's called, or Wath. Because that is closer. Time to see if I was right. Haha. Right, what do I have to do? Defile bones, altars of sacrifice. Yeah, now that I'm coming over here, reminding myself that, yeah, I definitely remember these quests, so why did I not think about them before? Okay, the good thing is I only need to kill the Kurgrim. I don't have to worry about the skeletons. Which means I can be a little bit quicker with some things. I think I did. Yeah, I still think it's Houses of Lamentation I haven't done, which is weird because I haven't, to my knowledge, I don't know if there's a quest that like takes you naturally there. Like all the other ones, there's like this natural kind of, hey, go here. Oh, you've got another quest. Well, you know, kind of thing. I don't think there is one with the Houses of Lamentation. I mean, I guess there kind of is when you go to the Houses of Law and then it tells you about the Houses of Lamentation. So maybe you naturally try and get there. But I don't think there was any quests. Like, there's no extra Thoringworth quests, seemingly, that do anything there. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Actually, split shot or rain of arrows, either one, whatever works best. What are you, Invoker? That's what I want, because you're like the awkward one that's potentially more rare, because I need to kill less of you. So 3 more Ravagers, 1 more Prowler, 3 more Bones, and 5 more Altars of Sacrifice. Hopefully even less, because it's seemingly, you know, everywhere now. So there's a Ravager. This one's a Prowler, which means then I just have to focus on Ravagers only. Let's see if we're lucky enough. Are we going to get that Ithalon shard today? So far, we've had 0, and I think we've opened up every chest that is, like, viable to get to without, like, super going off the beaten path. And so far, we haven't. It's kind of sad. Maybe by the end of the day, we'll have one. It's not the worst thing in the world if I don't. I do actually want to, probably before we go and do Besieged, actually, I probably want to go and start trying to craft up some stuff, because if If I go Minas Ithil, I can go and do Emberworthy Craft. Oh, I have to. That's where they went. I'm so dumb. They would have gone into my crafting pouch. No wonder I didn't see them earlier. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so I want to go and make some of these, and all of this I can do manually to myself. And I want to make 7 of those and get the extra 1,000 Embers of Enchantment. Because after this, we should have done most of the stuff we need to do for this area. So maybe I want to find the last one of those later as well. Probably do that at a different point, but Quest of Imlac Morgul and thingy. Done. Just Mordor besieged. Nice. So yeah, one thing I probably do, as said, is pop to my personal house. I think I'll be lazy because I can actually like just craft the lumps of whey bread dough with just these, because I don't want to have to go like spring barley flour. Cool. Just need 14. That's all I needed. And then the rest is like actual stuff that I have to go get, but that's fine. Okay, let's just make sure I have all my emotesy stuff that I actually want. Cool, and that one. And yes, I think we done. So I don't know why I came over here, considering I have a supplier at my house. But okay. Uncooked chicken. Let's go for ingredients. Uncooked chicken. I need 10 of those. Nope, that's a lie. I need 14 of those. And then bundles of iron for fold and vegetable travel. So the way I should probably do this is Minas Ithil stuff first. So I'll probably go for like 20, because 20 is an easy number that I can just like harvest at the same time, or like harvest super quickly. Hearty crops, and then ironfold will also go with ironfold crops and barrel of ironfold water, same as before. You never know, we might even get an extra shard out of it. Entirely possible. How do I find there we are. Now we can see my brand new house interior, because I've changed the inside of my house to make it like different, because that's what changes. I think I was just getting really bored of the lava on the floor. This isn't much better, to be honest. Now it won't even let me in my own house. This is my own house. Why are you not letting me in? It's actually really weird. What's going on? Like, if I go into someone else's thing. Huh. All right. be like that house. I'll go somewhere else. I don't need you anyway. Go to the weirdest spot I can think to farm. I don't even know if there's there is actually. I think there's an oven over there. So yeah, what's the weirdest place you can think that has a farming spot? Just outside Minas Tirith. I could probably have done that, right? Isn't that a thing? Yeah, it's just farmland over here. It's my new farming area. The good thing about these is they are at least account bound. Or not even, I think, are they even account bound to account? I think they are. So at least you can just like trade them over. You know, kind of makes things a little bit easier. I probably should have made like the critted stuff, but I should probably just like sell that instead, because at this point, don't really matter. I wonder if we'll get any Dwarglim shards though. I really want Dwarglim shards because I can technically just make the same thing with Dwarglim shards, but just cheaper, right? So I can just do these, and like these are worth less than Ithalon shards, though technically harder to get, it seems. I don't know if there's any weeklies that give you Dwarglim shards. I haven't actually looked into that. But if I can do like a combination of both, then I don't see why not. Let's have a look. Dwaro Gleam Shard. There is some repeatable quests that have a chance of giving... Oh no, wait. There's a repeatable Reclaiming the Grey quest, which can give you a cache, which gives you a shard, and then a crit item. So I guess technically you can do that like one a week. But at that point, like, is it worth it? I don't know. Let's say we're luckier with these 20 fields than we are with the entirety of the rest of the stream in terms of this. I mean, at the very least, we're making a little bit of money, maybe. To be fair, I think I should just gather like 500 of every item, or I think 1,000 would technically work in this carriel, right? 1,000 of just like the items, excluding shards, obviously. But yeah, just like have 1,000 of the items to just that I need to craft the Emberworthy crafts. And although that wouldn't work, because I need like to make 1,000 of these, I need 1,000 Ithalon shards, 2,000 uncooked chickens, 2,000 lumps of whey bread thing, 2,000 bottles, 2,000 of those, that's fine. But then I need 5,000 of these. So unless I went like 500 and then 1,000. But then still I'd have to have 2,500 of these. So I guess I could have that stored as the, like, the pure item, right? The like, treble. The Minas Ithil hearty crops or whatever. So I think over here has one. If I am correct. There's certainly a campfire. And an oven. So that's good. Is there a workbench? Better be. Can I technically be at both? I don't think so. No. So I want him to make treble, right? So what do I need? 7 times 5 is 45, 35, sorry. Done. And then I need fresh herbs. But I need 14. Cool. So I can make 14. No, wait. I need to make 5 more of those. And I can now make 7. Cool. And then back to Brie. Because I don't have Scarhold. Actually, no, I think I have to go to Scarhold. Don't I? I should be able to swift travel to Scarhold though, right? I think. I need to get the actual like travel skill for it. I really need to work on that. South Brie. Yeah, because I can only do the moats. Like, moats worthy craft stuff here. Or craft for moats, I think it's called. So I can make the ember worthy crafts and give them in for like 500 moats or something. And it's like, nah. Would rather not. But by doing this, I should get to, yeah, 3,000 embers, which I can't remember if that allows me to buy anything with that, right? I'd have to have a look. The guy is literally here anyway, so. See if we can get a an upgrade. Craft for embers. And nice. See, I'm pretty sure it's like 3,500. No, it's 2,500. Wait, what? No, it's 3,500 for armor / weapons. Definitely something I want to get on top of if I can. Because, you know, slowly want to fill up my stuff with teals from these boxes. But that's the thing, right? So I currently have 3 characters that are 140. So if I can get them to here or somewhere similar, I can give those quests in. That's 3,000 a week. Add another in, hopefully, when Africa gets there. And that's 4,000 a week just from doing these. And it's still somewhat passive. And, you know, every week I can get a new piece of jewelry or armor or whatever. Like, just by kind of doing nothing. I know it costs a lot of Ithalon shards. Like, 4,000 a week will be 28 shards a week. But if I really, like, if I start using them up, I can definitely start putting in the effort to actually get them. Like, missions, I can start getting the crafting materials from those. Potentially loot boxes can give me up to 5 if I do it right. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know if there's a Gundabad version. I'd have to check. Isn't it, like, from this guy, maybe? No. Maybe I have to go to Brie. Because I was going through the whole thing of like craft for embers on a mission, on a continuing mission, silver coins of Gundabad for embers, challenges of Gundabad, reclaiming the mountain horde, and the hidden horde of Abnakara. So obviously there's a lot more ways, like missions are being a big one. That's 1,000 extra a week. Like again, 4 characters, that's 8,000 a week if I do it alongside these. Silver coins of Gundabad, assuming I have the right rep, I can start doing that with at least Tarvelard and potentially others. Challenges Gundabad, if I can remember. And then occasionally, I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I'll, like, eventually get myself enough lottery points. Can I port you to Galtrev? Where are you at? Where are you two? Oh, wait a minute. Do I even have Galtrev? Oh, shoot. Uh... Why do I not have Galtrev? That's bad. Why do I not have Galtrev? I've had just this epiphany. Okay, first off, I want to go into here and just double check. No, there isn't any. I thought I had it. No. It's so dumb. What is wrong with me? Okay, I'm gonna go Galtrev real quick and just double check that because I'm pretty sure I should have that unlocked. If not, I have some work to do. So I feel really bad about like not having certain stuff. What
do you need?
I want to see how that works. I don't know if I worked on my rep well enough. Bit of an issue. I feel really bad if that person just like sees me here and I'm like, oh, how did you get here? Wait, Galtrev actually just has a Embers thingy? Oh, I think they can be anywhere. It's just because I wasn't 140. Oh, I think that's what it is. Is it one of these guys? Yeah, guide to Galtrev. Well, I can't really just go back to the guy and be like, hi, I have it now. But at least I do have it. That at least works. Right, though, I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to finish off for now because we have Besieged to do, and that's quite a hefty thing to do. So I'll either do it on stream or off stream at some point, maybe. But I think we're at a good point to sort of just finish off for now. So hopefully it won't be too long till I get a chance to stream again. Maybe I will do a morning one. I know I always say it. But hey, maybe it'll happen one day. But yeah, if not, hopefully it won't be too long from now. I am working like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I think. But I'll try and fit something in there because I don't want to go 5 days without streaming because that kind of sucks. But yeah, I think we'll finish off for now. So thank you all for coming along. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.